Quick Fig, what do we use as intro music?
Um, what's a good time travel song?
I'm going to beat your ass.
Why? Why? What did I do?
You didn't immediately think quarters of time?
Well, I mean, I was thinking more of like an actual Spotify song.
You live one
Like,
more
I don't
day
know,
by my
fucking
grace.
Back in Time by Huey Lewis and the News.
Are, are you planning on murdering me?
What?
I thought you were gonna go all American Psycho on me with that suggestion.
Do they play Back in Time in American Psycho?
But they do play Huey Lewis in the News.
Well, they also play Huey Lewis and the News in fucking Back to the Future.
It's a 50-50. It's a coin toss. Either you're a benevolent time traveler or you're gonna kill me.
Actually, it's you, Fig. You're the American Psycho. He didn't say that. That's the funniest fucking image ever. Out of any American Psycho meme, that one beats them all. Just Patrick, you're the American Psycho.
I love that brand of shit posting.
You didn't say that.
We'll call this one Chrono Trigger 1.5.
Is there no Radical Dreamers category?
There is, although I'm honestly surprised that there is.
There was probably someone who streamed it because of the HD remaster.
Yeah. You know what? I will say this. I am glad this is a text-only game because my controller has been real fucky lately.
Yeah, I'm aware.
And I've been trying it with the Bluetooth.
And?
The Bluetooth is fucked too.
Why?
It'll connect, and after about 10 seconds, it'll lose connection.
Ugh.
Also, hi, Lock On.
I can't see the chat, by the way, so you'll have to guide me. Also, am I supposed to just be seeing a black screen right now?
Yeah, on your end, yeah. Because I haven't started up the actual window. We're still in the intro right now. We're letting that fucking first ad break play so that it doesn't have to play for another hour. So what's up, Lock On? You're telling me guess what?
Chicken butt.
I don't know if I should kill you or him first.
Lock on help. Ingram kidnapped me. I'll fucking turn the controller on.
You will pay for your sins in due time. Anyway, finger snap. Behold, it is us. Say something.
Something.
There we go.
Help me, I've been captured. I'm being held at this address in the space-time continuum.
Same business as usual, fug. He called you fug.
Lock on, damn you.
Alright, so... Okay. Damn, I have to reset my fucking thing again. Get jump scared!
Ah!
Alright, here we are.
Ah!
I should probably close all these browser windows that are eating my CPU and memory. Alright, there we go. It was then that I opened the notebook my mother had given me. She said she found it while cleaning out the closet.
Book.
Crumbling and covered with dust, it turned out to be the diary of my long-lost grandfather. Do you still remember the 21st night of September? How we first met and all of our adventures since. It all seems like such a dream nowadays. You were a piece of a star that fell from the sky. I watched a movie
Is there any
about this
audio,
once.
or am I just not hearing it?
There is audio. You're not hearing it. Shit. God damn it, Parsec, this is your fault. Let's see. It should be capturing my speaker audio. Hold on, watch this. I'm gonna close Parsec.
It's there. It's just very quiet for some reason. I think. Is it like a wind sound?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ, I have to turn my audio way up to hear it.
Or is it because of me? Oh, wait, hold on. Start talking?
Something.
Oh, I'm hearing you through Parsec too. That's fascinating. Fig, blink if Wild is holding you hostage by holding your Grand Blue account as hostage. I
It's
don't.
doing me a favor.
Oh shit!
Why am I hearing the Verizon sound effect?
Why am I getting a fucking phone call? What? Shit. Okay. It's normal twitch.tv/wildtime436 things. All right. Okay. I'm gonna close Parsec real quick. Hopefully.
Technical difficulties. Play the Monty Python intermission theme.
Hopefully, once I open it again, it should work.
I have to have my eardrums blown out.
That's not the only thing that's gonna get blown. I'm gonna blow your fucking mind with this game's plot.
Just tell me when.
Hey, feel free to connect.
Oh, fuck, I'm an idiot. Tell me when. I forgot to turn your audio back on. I couldn't hear you.
Now.
Connecting.
All right. Are you still hearing double?
I don't think so.
Can you hear this?
Hear what? I can hear what? What are you asking me to hear?
The game.
No.
Ah! Why the fuck not? Is this the Chrono Trigger VN I hear about? Yes, it is. We're gonna live troubleshoot now. Now that we're right here, the technical difficulty. Parsec host can't hear game.
Oh, do you mean listener can't hear? But like viewer can't hear game?
Sorry, client can't hear. Client cannot hear host audio. Make sure the Parsec and everything you're connected to isn't muted or set to some inaudible volume percentage. You know, it could be that I have Parsec muted. Can you hear this now? Nothing?
What am I hearing? Because
Game.
like I don't hear any music.
It is just the music that you should be hearing, but
I don't hear it.
apparently fucking not.
I have sound on. So I don't know what it is.
G fucking G.
Yeah, like even my audio mixer's not giving me any audio from Parsec.
Parsec is no longer giving sound to anyone who connects to my PC. Let's see. Turn off echo cancellation.
Yeah, I'm looking at that same Reddit thread.
Son of a bitch.
I will deal with the double wild. Just see if it works.
Where does that fall under? I saw it earlier. Why is it not there? Off. Okay. Good. Shout out to the French. I kind of don't like language, but the people are cool. Can you hear it?
No.
I'm gonna go insane.
This fucking app, I swear to God, this app has brought us nothing but grief. Am I just gonna have to watch it through the fucking stream and deal with you on an echo?
Probably.
Goddamn worthless ass program. I'm closing Parsec and opening the stream. Worthless ass fucking program. I'm gonna have to hear myself too. That's the sad part. Streams are taking its time to load.
Why are you not hearing bloody tears?
Okay, I've got the stream up and I'm gonna be hearing both myself and you, so.
Make sure that Parsec and everything you're expecting to hear isn't muted or set to an inaudible volume percentage. Like, what?
Just move on. Forget
Alright.
Parsec, move on.
To hell with Parsec. Die, fool. This is why Parsec can't be used for shit. Also, the cops are outside. Alright, so, Fig's gonna have to deal with this on delay. Kid. Hey, kid! Are you ready, kid? I know you're anxious, but stay on your toes. Yeah, likewise, mate. Mess up and I'm leaving you behind.
That might be your. I'm not sure if that's the main character or if that's my character talking, because there's 3 characters here.
Oh, I see.
And Kid is a character.
Is that Magus?
Maggle, that's it.
Come on, Maggle. That bastard Lynx is gonna get what he deserves. Say your prayers. Not that it'll do you any good. Alright,
I'm gonna
so
be on a delay here, so.
I'm Kid and you're Maggle, I guess?
Maggle. You're also the narrator.
I'm also the narrator. Alright, cool. Radical Dreamers. Les French. Oh, mon ami. I'm pretty sure it's Le Trésor Interdit or some shit like that. Oh, wait, shit, that was the intro. Huh. All right. Les enfants terribles. Le text speed? Le slowest, le pieux. Le normal or le fast? I don't know why this is a thing, but text speed normal, text speed fast. Are you a fast text speed kind of guy?
Fast text me might make it easier for me to say Mago's lines, maybe.
All right, sure.
How big of a delay is your Twitch anyway? Can't you set the delay on that?
I set it to as bare minimum of a delay as I can because the only reason there's a delay is to prevent stream sniping, which
Yeah, I know that.
I am not. I don't need that. Boy, did her information help. I thought the perimeter's counterspell would be quite a problem. Kid's braid sways gently from side to side in the cool nighttime breeze. So far, we've managed to slip through the magical shield network undetected and sneak into Lynx's domain. Still, this inner region can make for some pretty rough travel.
Oh god, this is a nightmare.
Wait, what? Kid, Magil, and I comprise this party of 3. So who's
What's the
talking right
waiting
now?
for? You are the narrator.
No, but he says and I. Does that mean the narrator's one of these 3?
Yes.
Oh shit. It's been something like 3 years since Kid and I met. Back then I was a drifter, wandering wherever my music led me. During my stay in the remote town of Regiora, I ended up running into a girl who later joined me, leading to the beginning of all this. That girl was Kid. Oh. Kid is a thief, of course. Not even 17 years old. Already, she's widely renowned as a top professional. To make matters worse, she's cute, devilishly stylish, and has a sparkling personality. And boy, can she cook. If you ask her, that is. Well, to be completely honest, she has her share of problems as well. She likes to think of herself as a kind of Robin Hood, stealing from the rich and giving to the poor, but that's just not the case. At times, her sharp tongue can get the best of her, viciously lashing out at anyone who stands in her way. She exaggerates every other word and sometimes lies outright. And as for listening to other people, well, forget it. When it comes to money, well, I've never met anyone greedier in my life. Her relentless pursuit of wealth is ironic considering she's a nomad like me. I don't know, maybe I'm being too hard on her. She has her good points too. She can really shine sometimes when she wants to. Glancing back over my shoulder, I see a silhouette silently emerge from the grove. Magil. This associate of Kid is known to us only as Magil of the Shadows. Oh, I thought Magil was this dude in the second row. Never mind. So Kid's the one in the front, the narrator's in the middle, and Magil's the one in the back. Okay.
Yeah.
I know next to nothing about him except for the fact that he somehow knew Kid before I came to the picture. A high-class magician of some sort, he looks to be about 30. He usually keeps to himself, though. The top half of his face is covered with a mask at all times. I've never even seen what he really looks. Vegas. Sorry. I gotta sneeze for a second. At times, it seems as though I'm hanging around someone from another world. Traveling with this pack is definitely an interesting experience. Kid's quiet about her past too, but it's like I know her entire life story compared to how little I know about Magil. From time to time, I find myself wondering who he is, where he came from, and why he got the name Mr. Bushido. I'd ask Kid, but I get the impression she knows as little about him as I do.
Oh.
You might be wondering, how did I end up in this situation? Well, it all started... well, there's a lot of reasons, I suppose. I guess you could say that life doesn't always go how you plan. Suddenly, Kid comes to an abrupt stop. Seems someone wants to say hello. Out of a nearby thicket, two shimmering eyes catch my attention. Whatever it is, it's staring at me silently. After a few moments, a few more pair of eyes appear. They seem to be surveying the area. A deep feline growl breaks the uncomfortable silence, and I realize we're being hunted by a pack of feral cats.
Dear God.
Not cats! A few of the figures slowly approach from behind the trees. I look behind me, only to see that they've already encircled us. A few more slowly creep in, now totaling about 10. Chills run down my spine. In a daze, I clumsily unsheath my knife, grasping it tightly as I bite my lip. Kid stands ready with an air of composure. Careful, mate. These buggers are probably rabid. I can't do it. The growling increases, now a constant rumble all around us. Their yellow eyes shimmer like jack-o'-lanterns while saliva drips from their snarling jaws. The middle one's stomach gurgles as its eyes widen, fixed directly on me. Looks like we ain't getting out of this one without a fight. What will we do? Attack? Magic? Defense? What the fuck? You said there wasn't gameplay! Run! Come on, let's go! Oh, shit! Kid suddenly dives into the pack, delivering an awesome kick to one of the beasts. A painful howl fills the air, adding to the already heated commotion. The cat crouches, readying itself for a pounce. With its claws extended, it suddenly leaps towards me. I instantly dive out of the way. The razor-sharp claws miss my chest, yet still manage to tear a painful scratch into my side. Damn it!
Good job.
Gritting my teeth, I regain my focus. Attack! I slash viciously at a nearby cat. Startled, it leaps back with incredible reflexes. I stay my ground, not getting any closer to the beast. Hearing a howl, I know I've hit my mark. Licking its wound, the animal recovers after a moment of pain. I ready my knife, waiting for my next chance to attack. Surge, behind you! I turn around to see that I'm now face to face with a pair of those ravenous yellow eyes. There's no time! I duck as the cat lunges and snaps at me. I smell the bloody odor of the cat as the cat's breath as it passes overhead. Just as I think it's past me, I feel its back claws dig into my back. Scrambling out of the way, I managed to shove my knife upwards, planting it deep within the animal's belly. The sound of death can be heard as the cat falls to the ground before me, barely moving. Almost delirious, I lose balance and fall to my knees. Rolling over, I manage to shake off the confusion before any of the other cats can get any closer to me. I take a deep breath and try to tighten my grip on my knife. Now slippery with sweat.
Hi, Yerky. Get his ass.
Then out of nowhere, a kid flashes across my field of vision, landing a direct hit onto a cat beside me. The cat screeches in pain as Kid pins it to the ground, stomping and kicking it with all her rage. Without a moment's delay, she boots the animal up underneath its jaw. It moves no more.
Kill the fuck out of that cat.
All of a sudden, the crazed atmosphere gives way to a war cry behind me. I whip around to see Madril's inferno spell setting a cat's head ablaze. Holy shit!
Deal with it.
It jumps up, screeching and howling in madness before running away wildly. In confusion, it runs directly into a tree and knocks itself out cold. Jesus. I look around and see that only one of the pack hasn't been taken care of yet. As Kid and I start to close in on the beast, it bolts, fearing for its life. Well, that was some workout, eh, mate? Says Kid, coming towards me as she tends to her arm. I take a deep breath as I look around, trying not to step on too many of the bodies. I'll admit I was a little worried back there at times, but nothing too serious happened. I tried talking to Madril, despite knowing how he'll react. Are you alright? With an expressionless face, he looks down on me. Down at me blankly.
You need not worry about me.
Wow, the affection is just overflowing from that guy. However, I probably shouldn't start complaining now. We've still got a long way to go. We haven't even set foot inside Viper Manor yet. Kid glances over at me, seeming eager as ever, ready to tackle what's next. You gonna hang around all night or what, mate? No way, let's go. Why would I need a minute? Like, salutes? What do you guys think?
I'd say go.
Hey, fuck it, let's go. Channel your generosity. Yeah, mate, why the fuck aren't you letting me touch the pokies? That needs to sound more trashy. All my love to the Australian population. Trying to ignore my aches and pains, I head over towards Kid. You know what? If you want a better interpretation of what an Australian is like, you could ask Ruby. She's currently living in Australia. Good job back there, mate. She comes closer. I see the reflection of the moon in her eyes as she gives me a warm, comforting smile. Blech, my fucking language brain just blew up. Come on, we can't just stand around all night. There's treasure waiting to be found. I'm still lost in her eyes as she starts to set off. You know, guys, I think, what's my name again?
Surge.
Surge, right. Surge might have a crush on Kid. Madril continues behind her without a hitch. I hurry up to catch up behind the two. In a place like this, getting separated would be a bad idea. We continue to make our way through this labyrinth of wood and rock. Somewhere quietly waiting within this huge forest, Viper Manor beckons us. Deep within lies the treasure we've come for. Lord Lynx, as he's formerly known, is an aristocrat who governs the Reggiana Outlands. For the way Kid talks, he's apparently an old adversary of hers. Tonight, our goal is Lord Lynx's most prized possession, a scarlet jewel known as the Frozen Flame.
Dun dun dun!
Lucan says, so is this a sequel? Yes?
It's something?
Besides being priceless, some say this beautiful stone harbors some sort of mystical power. They say many people have sought after the flame, but none have been victorious in stealing it. Viper Manor has claimed many lives, but we will succeed. We pride ourselves on making the impossible possible. Besides, the way Kid talks about Lynx sometimes, it sounds like she's got an awfully personal vendetta against him. We can't lose. We've come too far to lose.
So, Lock On, this game kind of serves as a blueprint almost for Chrono Cross.
But you know how it is, fucking time travel and shit. And so, after having spent countless hours crossing this dreary, lonesome forest, the silhouette of a towering mansion finally comes into view through the trees.
Okay.
This is the start of a Castlevania. We
It
made it!
reminds me of Magus's
Yeah,
Fortress.
that's what I was going to point out. That it's probably meant to evoke Magus' Fortress instead. Kid shouts, "Your days are numbered, Lynx!" We quickly make our move, quietly dashing out from behind the thicket. Once at the mansion wall, we creep stealthily along the perimeter, searching for an entry point. You know, there's a non-zero chance that this literally could just be the remnants of Magus' tower.
It could be in this game.
After a short while, we come upon a terrace near a garden which looks relatively inviting. It doesn't look like there are any guards on patrol. Still, the mansion gives off a strange sort of morbid feeling. It's as quiet as death. Magil gazes up at the towering fortress.
We can enter into the West Wing from here. There's no need to look elsewhere.
Okay, let's go, Kid says, jumping over the terrace handrail.
Halt!
Shouts Magil from behind, staring at Kid.
Our goal is the Frozen Flame, not vengeance on Lord Lynx. Remember this, kid.
Aye, no prob, she says, glancing over her shoulder. Ain't gonna be nothing to it. Like taking candy from a baby. We'll be out of here before that slimy rat knows what hit him. Yeah, you low-down, good-for-nothing bastard, I'll make you pay. There she goes again. Come on, I'm getting tired of waiting around, she yells before bolting into the mansion. Magil shakes his head in silence as I chase after Kid, already deep inside. The darkness engulfs me. This feels like we started in like the middle of a tabletop campaign. Boo, where's
It's
your
oddly
fuel?
artistic.
Where's your fuel? I'm not doing that. Passages extend to the left and right. Wherever we turn, darkness awaits. All right, chat, left or right?
Is there anyone chat besides Lock On?
You technically count, so I'm going to take you both into account.
Right.
You son of a bitch. All right. Well, you entered first, so right. Instant death. As though we're inside a gigantic snake, the passageway twists and turns, stretching deeper and deeper into the mansion. We now stand in almost complete and utter darkness. Just a trace of moonlight manages to illuminate the path. I stop for a moment and realize it's now completely silent. I feel as though we're being watched silently by every single being in this dreadful house. Taking a deep breath, I move on. And I set my foot down slyly. With the stealth of a cat, yet so valiantly composed, Kid follows behind in stride. Drifting in and out of the shadows, the macabre figure of Magil looks out from behind. The Weaver of Fate has surely by now taken notice of us, cradling us carefully in her arms. Is the Weaver of Fate a thing in Chrono Trigger?
No. I think he's just being dramatic because he's a bard.
Yeah, I guess so. The way it was capitalized made me think it was like some kind of thing. Anyway, we make our way down the dimly lit passageway. After a few moments, we come to an old, dusty door on the right. Kid quietly presses her ear against the door. Quiet as a church mouse. No one's there, mate. Open the door, keep going down the hallway, or head back towards the terrace.
Open the door. Open the door.
Open the door. Open the door. Instant death. What's with all this junk? Must be a storeroom or something. It seems like this is the inner mechanics of a clock tower. We're leaving.
That's coming for us. Instant death. You're right.
However, the gears look old and rusted, and cogs are spinning randomly without connecting with their proper teeth. I doubt the clock's still in use today. The room seems to be currently used as a storage area. A large object catches my attention, off at a far corner of the room. It's too dark over there to see what it is, though.
Do not touch anything out of the ordinary.
Magil says abruptly, sending a sudden shock down my spine. However, just as he says this, I see Kid emerge from the shadows, dragging the large object into the middle of the room. Son of a bitch! It's a large antique sword of some kind.
The Masamune.
Is that me?
No, I think it's me. We've got no use for that old thing, Kid. All it'll do is slow us down. Besides, we couldn't even get much money for it.
I reckon it's worth a lot to the right buyer, like an antique collector or somebody. Sulking, Kid quietly lays the sword down. Well, wait. Oh, it's a new voice! Fix it!
It's already gone. Move on, move on.
What do you want? I'll do it. I look around, startled. That was definitely not any of our voices. Kid and Magil immediately take position, focusing their attention towards the source of this voice. Who's there? A figure suddenly appears out of the darkness. It seems to be a short old woman with a large hood overhead. It's Babushka! Although fully covered, it's obvious she's quite old. It's just some old hag, the kid says. Magil's sharp gaze on the woman remains unchanged, however. What an energetic young lady. You ever come here this late in the evening to drop in on some friends, I'd imagine? I glance at Kid. Perhaps you have some score to settle with Master Lynx? My heart jumps. This is definitely not good. Will she warn the rest of them about us? Tell the truth, play dumb? Pretend to not have heard her? Do we lie or no? Fig!
Play dumb.
Play dumb. Lynx? Who's this Lynx bloke? Kid plays dumb with all her might. If I didn't know her better, I'd say she's quite a convincing actor. After all, she really isn't the kind of person who worries much about lying in the first place.
You called her a liar earlier.
From what I've heard, Kid says, that bloke sounds like quite a character. I don't know anyone stupid enough to go up against someone like that. Ain't that right? There's no need to try to deceive me, young lady. Confess and admit the truth, be stubborn, and still play dumb. Quick! It's a speech check!
Confess. Over everything.
Are you for real right now?
Well, she already knows you're lying.
It could be a bluff.
Flip a coin, then.
Fine, my good nature. Kid's eyes narrow. If we did have a score to settle with that bastard, what's it to you? Just as I expected. The old woman cackles in amusement. Children. They're always so interesting like that. So imaginative, yet so predictable. Question mark? What are you talking about, old lady? But she wasn't an old lady.
About Willis?
Oh, it's already been 4 or 5 years, I would gather. According to what I was told, one night a young thief came to the manor looking for
the
trouble.
song is lovely.
It is. The thief was a little girl, about 10 years old. Surprised, I glance at Kid. There's a trace of an ice-like radiance in her eyes. Staring at her makes me feel like it's suddenly dropped below freezing in here. Unfazed, the old woman continues her story.
Around her.
I think they're supposed to be crows. The girl was an orphan. She set off to face Master Lynx all alone, hoping to avenge the girl who had cared for her like a big sister. But after all, she was alone. Outnumbered and overpowered, she was eventually defeated and captured by Master Lynx's henchmen. As an ally, Master Lynx can be quite an asset. However, as an enemy, he can be one of the most fearsome men alive. If not for a friend who sneaked in and secretly rescued her, she surely would have perished. From what I've heard, this mysterious figure who could allegedly slip in and out of the shadows was the subject of many whispers throughout the manor, long after this incident had come to pass.
Wonder who that could be.
Who could that be? Not moving a muscle, I tried to look for Magil. He's nowhere to be seen. I can only guess he's sporting one of those trademark expressionless faces somewhere off in the darkness. The inhabitants of Viper Manor don't condemn the unfortunate because no one can win all the time. However, from time to time, the goddess of fate has been known to cast down those who have too much good luck, throwing the cogs of time out of order. It's not wise to try and stand against fate, continuing to repeat one's mistakes time and time again. The old woman continues, staring straight at Kid, smiling sweetly. If you want to steal the jewel, and if you really want to beat him, you too must give up your most valued possession, Kid. As long as you cling to it, the hands of your clock will never budge. They'll stay frozen, trapped in the distant past. Who the bloody hell is this old hag? Me? Oh, just an old lady. Pay me no mind. Thank you for listening to this old maid for such a long time. I certainly hope I haven't delayed you at all. But before you leave, which one of you... With that, the old woman looks in my direction. Ah, yes. You look like you've got a bit of a scrape there. Won't you let me have a look at it? What should I do? I don't know whether I'll be petrified or comforted by all this. Yes? Please do, ma'am. No thanks, it's okay. Or what should I do, Kid?
I say trust the old lady.
Mugger,
Unless
steal her
you
ciggies.
You can defer to Kid.
What should I do, Kid? Jeez, you're a man, aren't you? Decide for yourself. However, as I look back at the door, she's nowhere to be found. Damn it! What was up with little Granny there? She sure left in a hurry, says Kid, biting her lip. God damn it! Here's what I get for not making my own choices.
We must not linger. Let us search elsewhere.
Magil calmly says, heading through the door. Yeah, let's get our asses out of here.
The cops are coming.
They sure are. From here, the passageway stretches to the right and
He
left.
serves his dumb little hat on his silhouette.
The right path continues on into the mansion, while heading to the left will take us to the terrace. Proceed to the right,
That's right.
or head towards the terrace.
I guess to the right, because we were already at the terrace is where we got in, wasn't it?
Yeah. Let's go deeper. Proceeding ahead on the path, we come to a staircase going up and a firm-looking set of doors on the left.
Big door.
There better be treasure here. The smell
I
of
rolled
gold
a
stick
break
in the
through
air,
the
mate.
door.
Go inside, proceed to head to the stairs, or head back towards the terrace.
Go inside. Go inside.
Go inside! Go inside! Just like I thought. Locked, Kid says after jiggling the handle. Frustrated, she kicks the door. This might slow us down, but sure as bloody hell won't keep us out. That honestly could be me or you.
Well, unless we find the key, there's nothing we can do, Kid.
Let's get to it then. I bet Lynx has got it stashed up in his room somewhere, that bastard. Unable to do anything, we leave to look elsewhere. I guess we'll go to the stairs.
Up the stairs.
With Kid in the lead, we ascend the narrow staircase. The cracked stone stairs seem to endlessly twist upwards.
Oh yeah,
feels
three-frame GIF.
It feels like we're heading up to a scaffold to be executed. Atop the staircase, an old but solid door waits for us silently. This damp place fills me with a feeling of dread. There's a faint voice coming from the other side of the door, says Kid. I fear the worst. Maybe we should check somewhere else, I say. What's the matter, you chicken? She says while glancing at me, but I can tell by the sound of her voice that she isn't feeling much better about this than I am. There's something wrong about this place, and we all know it. Go back down the stairs or open the door?
Hmm. If we go down, we probably could take that left path.
Yeah, maybe we should go back. In case there's something fucked up. I really think we ought to come back some other time, I say hesitantly. Magil doesn't look too enthusiastic either. What, you want to turn back? Alright, guess I got no choice, Kid exclaims while shrugging his shoulders. How rare. Kid listening to other
I
people
would
for
have
a
died
change.
instantly if you went to that door.
Yeah. You know what this reminds me of? This is less of a VN and more of like a Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventure. Do you remember those?
Yeah, I do actually. I love those things.
Those are great. I think my favorite one was the carnival.
I remember one where I think you turn into a fish monster.
That could be so many of them. Unfortunately, because of the way R.L. Stein writes, it's like that could literally be any one of them. With Kid leading the way, we descend the stairs. At the
Inverted.
It's literally just a GIF backwards. We're gonna proceed to the terrace this time. This is the door we were already at, so we'll proceed onward to the terrace. After a short while, the terrace comes into view on the left. The cool evening air trickles in through the doorway, giving me a subtle reassurance. Proceed on through the hallway.
Yeah, I think the hallway.
After a while, the path splits into 3 directions. To
Oh,
the
Jesus.
left is a descending staircase, while the path on the right extends into darkness. Another passageway lies ahead. Take the stairs, proceed on ahead, turn and head down the right path, or head back.
Stairs?
Alright, left it is. As I start to slowly descend the stairs in the dim light, I stretch my hands out in front of me to try and feel for something. However, all I'm greeted with is the moist feeling of those grimy stone walls.
This place needs a maid. Maybe the old woman's not cutting it.
Listen, man, if all you have to clean your castle is a fucking old lady, you're gonna get some cobwebs. We've descended the staircase. To the left lies a huge stone archway, and to the right we can see a narrow path twisting into darkness.
Why is it so goddamn dark?
We're in a basement.
No, like everywhere in this castle's fucking dark.
It's an evil castle.
Take the right?
Alright, sure. The passageway makes a sharp turn to the right before stretching on through the subterranean maze. Before long, we're greeted with a beautifully ornate set of doors on the right. Strange. There's a distinct smell of flowers coming from here. Enter the room, continue on.
Enter the room, I think.
And then it's gonna be like a fucking Venus flytrap or some shit. We come to a comfortably decorated room. Small trinkets have been placed on the desk and shelves, adding some charm. The owner of this room has obviously gone to great lengths to try and bring a somewhat graceful lifestyle into this otherwise dark
From the
mansion.
fucking basement.
Still, the room seems to carry an unsettling stillness with it. Bet it's
I do
Lynch's
like
daughter's
it's
room.
like having the mirror show you the room.
Yeah, it's cool that it's done through the mirror. That's just good artwork. Kid says, surveying some of the items. Also, Lynx has a daughter. Good to know. We can take her hostage. The letter on the desk and the warm teacup hint of a woman living here. However, after
Reading
searching
that
the
fucking
room,
letter. Wait, the teacup's warm?
oh shit, you're right. No one is found. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
I think that's Maggle.
Why are you doing this?
He's strutting.
Oh wait, we're all shredded. What the fuck? I thought we were
Your
gonna
costume was so fucking dumb.
I
what
thought
are
we
you
were gonna
wearing?
get murdered. I don't know. I feel like a dork.
You thought you were gonna get jump scared by the man in the mirror.
So I
Clock tower style.
I play too much Clock Tower for this shit. All we find are various odds and ends, a beautifully arranged set of flowers, a white handkerchief carelessly tossed aside, and a small bottle of perfume, and so on. Although this stuff adds atmosphere to the room, none of it is really worth anything to us. Kid also seems to feel this way, disregarding most of the stuff in here. She picks up a small box decorated with a serpentine coat of arms. However, like the rest of the items in here, it looks like it's of little worth to us. What should I do now? Check the bed, ask Kid to open the small box, or check the dresser drawers?
Dresser drawers?
Personally, I was gonna go with the bed, but
The bed too, yeah, that's
the
an
drawers
option.
are. Because again, if the teacup is warm, that means someone's had to have been here recently, and the only place I think they could hide would be in the bed, under the bed at least.
Check the bed then.
The plush bed seems very soft and fluffy. Abandoning my caution, I walk over and examine it. I push my hands into the mattress. Wow, it's softer than it looks. Ooh, notice this memory foam?
It's frozen. It's to look at you for posting cringe.
Damn, bro, you get the whole squad laughing. I sure could use a good night's rest right about now.
Search, I swear to God, do not sleep in the bed.
Lifting up the edge of the sheet, I can't believe how light this bedding is. And the smell. Wonderful. Suddenly,
Surge.
Kid jabs me in the side. Hey, what you doing? I fall into the bed, laughing a little. I motion for her to come and join me.
What the
What are you
fuck?
smiling about? Huh? Serge, I can't believe you. Kid yells with a red face, storming out of the room. I didn't mean anything by it. It was a misunderstanding. Hoping I can clear this one out, I chase Kid out of the room, abandoning the search. Are you...
Good job, idiot.
That is not what I expected the outcome to be. What the fuck? Alright, I guess we could go deeper down the hallway?
Yeah, yes.
All of a sudden, a chilly wind blows past me. Oh, I know what that sound effect is. Not only that, but also a thick fog has started to accumulate all around us. We're in trouble.
It's about Death. Death Mountain.
It swirls around us faster and faster. After a few moments, it coagulates before me, forming into some sort of humanoid shape. It's a poltergeist. Oh wait, that's you.
It's a poltergeist. Don't move.
Oh wait, that was Kid. Shit.
Oh my God.
Ah, it's fine. It makes more sense as a magical line, let's be real. Kid's whispering does nothing but add to my increasing feelings of fear and dread. How are we supposed to fight something that doesn't even have a body? From beside me, a low voice starts to echo throughout the dim hallway. It's Magil. He seems to be starting some kind of incantation. What am I gonna do in the meantime? Oh shit. Okay, I don't know what to do. It's starting to draw closer. No, it's getting faster and faster. Its body begins to diffuse as it approaches, surrounding us in a thick haze. I'm starting to feel lightheaded. Suddenly, I feel incredibly tired. I open my eyes only to see that there's a chilly fog all around me. It must be starting to drain my life force. I've got to stop it before it sucks me dry. I try to dissipate the fog by waving my arms around, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Getting so tired. The cold air hits me as though I've been thrown into an ice-cold lake. Beyond the thick haze, I can now just barely make out the figures of Kid and Magil. I'm getting more and more tired. What?
I think that's the poltergeist.
Don't you think Kid has stick angle, Surge? Oh, that's Magil! That's Magil!
What?
Huh? Milk lemonade! Cold. I groan as I feel the life energy being drained from my body. Sanity. Unraveling. Where am I?
Surge, the cat's asleep.
I think it's a 34 B cup, I say after a moment.
What? Can you be sure?
Real conversations between Serge and Magil confirmed. After going through her clothes one time, I saw the tag. Oof! Damn it, I forgot Kid's here too. The cold air hits me as though I've been thrown into an ice cold lake. Beyond the thick haze, I can now just barely make out the figure of Kid and Magil. I'm getting more and more tired.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell's doing here.
What the heck is Magil mumbling about? Yeah, those ankles couldn't get any worse. That's really. Oof! Heavy kick me in the back is more than enough to snap me out of these illusions. Damn it, Serge! Bloody snap out of it! That's the solution? Okay, I think I'm alright now. I groan as I feel the life energy being drained from my body. Sanity unraveling. Where am I? Oh god, no, it's a loop! I think it's 34 B cup.
Anaconda?
Shit.
No, you did the B cup. You did that one already.
Shit, you're right. Huh? I asked her for a moment after tapping on. Suddenly, I seem to snap out of it, realizing I'm not dead yet. Beside me, I see Magil standing completely still, holding the back of my neck as he chants. Then, all of a sudden, a powerful-looking burst of energy shoots out from his other hand, blazing towards me. I like to imagine he's doing the fucking Broly grab. The searing hot burst of psychic force brushes by my face, almost singeing me as it collides with the shrieking enemy. The apparition rides about in the air, violently injured. It looks as though it's boiling all over.
I love these Chrono Trigger sound effects.
Yeah, they're great. Serge! Hey, Serge, you still with us? I hear as I realize someone's slapping me again and again. Kid! Dazed, I stumble back to my feet. All this magic is making me dizzy. Jesus, that sounds horrible.
I had to counter the poltergeist attack directly through your body, Surge.
Magil
You will
says.
survive.
Come on, what are we waiting around for? Kid stammers blankly. Yeah, I'm
What's
wondering.
doing the Broly grab there?
Does the damage carry over? am I like at 10 HP now?
Probably.
Kneeling down, I rest for a minute to tend to my wounds. Hey, no whining. You're not that bad, mate. I've seen far worse hangovers than how you look right now. I wish I had her determination. After I finish applying my bandages, I get up hoping I'll be okay. I can't start to give up now. But boy, these cuts are really starting to hurt.
Wreck at the end of this.
My bones are made of glass. Damn it, Serge, when are you gonna bloody grow up and start fighting like a man?
Ah, bard joke.
Kid's glare
Ooh, she
shoots
does not
into
like
me
you.
like an icy lance. I swallow a dry gulp and continue down the corridor behind her. Hey, hang on. What's that thing? I ask, pointing to a small pouch over in the corner. I bend down and
Mike.
pick it up. Opening it, our eyes widen as I take out a small gem. Oh, look at that! Kid exclaims, her eyes wide as melons. Good eye, Serge. Wow. Kid saying something nice about me sure is nice for a change. Seeing her smile brings twice as big of a grin to my face. Guys, I think he has a crush on her.
Oh, you think?
After a little while, the dark passageway ends at a polished, robust set of doors. Kid crinkles her nose in disgust. Something strange about this place. It don't feel right, mate. Probably just my imagination, though. Standing here in the cold darkness, Kid's hollow laugh does nothing but add to my fear. Go in or turn back?
You go in, you know it.
We're gonna go in and go in and go in and go in.
Surge is gonna fucking die.
Oh. That's not good.
Clock
These-
tower ass room.
These are apparently Lynx's quarters. No one seems to be here, however.
The Scissorman.
We're right on top of you now, Lynx. Say your prayers, you bastard. Looking around, it's a very dilapidated room. Furniture is thrown about in all directions and almost nothing matches. Taking a look at the room as a whole, there's no sense of harmony whatsoever. It's very suggestive of a chaotic
Or
mind.
a very poor interior decorator.
Damn, bitch, you live like this? Alright, the key to the vault's gotta be in here somewhere. Kid says as she starts the search. Frozen Flame, here we come. I sift through a number of odd items adorning the room. There's a cluttered desk, a painting that's hanging unevenly on the far wall, and a picture on a side table, among other things.
Oh, you know that painting's important.
In one corner of the room stands a tall, curious object of some sort. A scarlet cloth has been placed over it, covering it up. As I slowly reach my hand out to uncover it, Magil suddenly says,
Please avoid reckless interference.
taking his advice, I return my hand to my side. I swear, Magil has like the energy of someone who's already done this kind of shit before. And it's like, just used to having idiotic party members. However,
Well-
the cloth suddenly starts to fall off on its own. Oh, that ain't good. I didn't touch it, I swear. What, did it just leap off all by itself? Kid asked, rolling her eyes. A large mirror has been uncovered. Fancifully decorated, it looks to be a high-priced arabesque antique. I got a bad feeling about this. Then all of a sudden...
Mirror's hostile. Smash it.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. The reflection of the Venus statue opens its eyes, staring at us through the mirror.
I roll to attack the gazebo.
Is there something you seek? The statue's reflection asks in a soft, womanly voice. The voice seems to be coming from the statue in front of me, but only the mirror's reflection seems to be moving. It can talk!
It is a mirror of whispers.
Magil says, examining it closely. But what is it?
It is a looking glass that harbors a living spirit. The spirit is free to roam throughout nearby mirrors, able to see into our everyday lives. They are known to be quite wise. Is there anything you wish to ask?
Wow, a million questions come to mind. Ask about Lynx, ask where the key to the treasure vault is, or ask about kids' measurements.
I think she smacks you if you pick that one.
So either we ask about Lynx or we ask where the key is. I think
Or the key.
Yeah, the key is more useful. I'm pretty sure asking about Lynx would give us more exposition, but if you know where the key to the treasure vault is, could you please tell us? The mirror's surface begins to ripple. The wailing smoke soon takes shape into the picture of a large room, decorated with rows and rows of books. In a beautiful womanly voice, the mirror responds, "The key you seek, as you see before you, rests within this room. Toward the rear of the great sanctuary of knowledge, within a large purple book, you will find the item you so desire." The image slowly fades and returns to a normal reflection.
Oh, the spirit has apparently moved to another mirror.
Magil says. Okay, let's head for the study. So where the hell's the study? As I head for the door, I suddenly get the feeling I'm being watched. I come to a stop and look around. Then, suddenly, a faint whisper reaches my ears. "Be careful. They know." Whose voice was that? It wasn't any of ours.
Probably the statue?
Do they know?
What was he cooking?
The mirror. It wouldn't double cross us, would it? All in his head? Kid heads out the
Does
door,
he know what he was cooking in his mind?
bolting down the corridor. I frantically chase after her, easily as eager as she is. So what are the odds we're gonna run into like an instant game over and like we have to start over from the very top?
How does saving work in this game?
I don't know. Heading back, we travel through the passageway, eager to shake this feeling of dread. After walking a ways, we come to a beautifully decorated set of doors on the left. We were already here, I believe, right? This is Riddell's room? We didn't finish investigating this, so we could go back in. Yeah, I think we'll do that.
Oh.
What are you oohing about?
So, press Y whenever you have mapped Y real quick.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay, at least it works, because apparently earlier emulators didn't. Or earlier versions of the patch didn't.
Oh shit, did I close the game? Fuck. I think I did, but thankfully I saved it. Okay, cool.
Wait a minute, this is the...
We came back into this room.
Oh, okay.
Although, for some reason, now we know the name of whose room this is. That
What was the name?
Riddle.
Oh, yeah, Riddle.
A breeze coming in through a slightly opened window refreshes me a little.
Passerby.
Wait, that window wasn't open before. Someone was just in here, it seems. Let's come back another time. We don't want to get caught snooping around. For the time being, we leave Riddle's room. How do we know that's her? Where did we learn this information? From here, the passageway stretches to the left and right. And to the right will take us to Lynx's quarters, while turning to the left will take us back to the standing staircase. Let's head back to the staircase, I think. Unless we want to investigate more of Lynx's quarters, although that sounds like a bad idea.
Probably.
Alright, back to the staircase. Because now we have an actual objective. We just need to find the key. Continuing on through the passage, we eventually come to a branch. Upward staircase, or a stone archway directly ahead.
Archway?
Sure. Peeping in from the arched entranceway, Kid looks astonished. Wow, look at this. I heard about these things. They're called atriums. Oh, that does not look good. A large fountain sits in the center of this beautiful room.
Five-head ass motherfucker.
Looking across the way, another archway similar to this one leads off into darkness. Actually, I'm going to play an ad break, so I'm going to get up right now. For a sec. It's been an hour, so we're going to get up.
Help! I'm being held hostage.
Shine.
Yeah. Can't help.
Chat can't help you where you are.
Oh, God.
You know, the talk we had about Goosebumps reminded me. I was like, how did Goosebumps ever get as popular as it did?
kids. I don't see why not.
Yeah, it's just that Arlstein wrote a lot of other things, and I don't think none of them were ever as nearly as successful as Goosebumps.
Huh, the map's a lot smaller than I thought.
The map?
Must
Oh,
be a short game.
you know what? You want to finish this tonight?
Well, that's depending on how far we get.
Let's
Oh
fucking
god,
do
the
this.
fucking walkthrough to this is super short.
Let's do this, Fig. We're gonna speedrun this shit now. Whoa, cold! Kid exclaims, taking her hand out of the water. Coming to her side, I kneel down and peer into the pond. Leaning over the beautiful marble edge, I too feel the chilly water. From deep beneath the surface, a number of fish start to swim towards us. Get back or I will shoot. These buggers look expensive. I can't seem to see the bottom of the pond. I wonder how deep it is. The fish are a little restless, splashing here and there. Suddenly, Kid tugs at my arm, jerking my hand out of the water. Before I can ask why, one of the fish leaps out, snapping at me. We scramble to our feet and take a few steps back from the fountain. Many other fish soon follow, jumping out of the water, snapping at us. A few land outside of the pond. I kick one of them into a corner. Watching it violently squirm around, it appears to be a piranha. You know, is it me or piranhas kind of been disproven to actually eat people?
I think so, yeah.
We can assume these are demon piranhas. It's fine. More and more
I
of them.
think the official translation calls them piranoids.
More and more of them emerge from the apparently bottomless depth. Having gotten a fresh scent of game, the piranhas start to splash around more viciously now, getting water everywhere. I wonder how many of these things could be in there. It looks like there are more and more of them emerging every second. Suddenly, a dark red liquid starts to erupt from the fountain. Kid leaps back at once. I'm shocked as well, staring dumbfoundedly at the erupting fountain. The gushing red liquid shoots higher and higher. The water level in the pond rapidly rises, taking on a disgusting red hue. Before long, the water level started to overflow onto the floor. A bead of sweat rolls down my brow as I realize that the room is about to fill with water. We might be able to make it a safe distance before the piranhas can reach us. Quick, what will we do? Head back to the staircase? Come on, we're outnumbered! Splashing through the water, we turn back, heading for the passageway from where we came. However, a few of them managed to sink their teeth into me before I can get away. God damn it! I kick off the last remaining few as I bolt out of this vile room. Well, that sucked. Phew, what a close call. That rat bastard. Whatever trick he's got up his sleeve, it won't stop us for long. We're coming for you, Lynx. So that room was just to fuck me up. Dicks. While resting on a wall to tend to my wounds, I look up and notice something out of the ordinary. Hey, was this here before? Carved into the wall, a large marble sculpture of an intimidating face stares down at us coldly. That's not good. Oh, that's... that's a potion seller face. It looks as though it's been sculpted by a fine artisan. It's very detailed. Its features are beautifully etched and barely eroded.
It's a mouth of truth.
Magil says. A what?
A mouth of truth. The legend is that if you are given to lying, a mouth of truth will know it if you put your hands into its mouth.
Oh, what a hard idea, Kid says, rolling her eyes. Let's see you do it, I say. Kid looks up worried, but seeing Magil looking at her, feels a resolve and tentatively puts her hands in the mouth. However,
It dies.
after a few seconds, nothing seems to be happening. Hey, what do you know? Guess I passed the test. That can't be all there is to it. Ah, I know. Kid, how many pounds do you weigh? 104? Kid suddenly takes on a worried look, but before she could remove her hands, the set of marble teeth clamps down onto her wrist. Dick!
Dick move, Serge.
Hey, you stupid face, what's going on? The white marble teeth gnaw from side to side, becoming stained with red. Damn it, let me go! Madrigal calmly offers an explanation from behind us.
Without saying something truthful to the best of one's ability, Mouth of Truth will never let go.
I am amazed Madrigal didn't go, maybe you shouldn't put your fucking hand into that mouth. Not hearing him at all, Kid kicks the stone face in a fit of anger. Let me go, you stupid face! I swear I'm gonna knock your teeth in! Then, as swiftly as it closed, the mouth opens. I crouch down a Kid who's kneeling on the floor, rubbing her wrists. Wow,
Good
I guess
job,
you
idiot.
weren't lying about knocking its teeth in. Of course not, mate. I showed him good. Bloody stone face.
You didn't put anything inside the mouth, did you, kid?
Madrigal asks. What are you talking about? No. I walk over beside Madrigal and peer into the mouth. There, behind its teeth, is a large pink tongue. I think there's some sort of an indentation to it, but I can't be sure. It's really far back in there. Maybe it wants us to put something on its tongue. Maybe that's the real test. Kid begins taking out her things. From in her pockets, under her shoes, and out of her hair, she gathers all sort of personal effects. She stretches the pile of trinkets held in her hands out to
How do
me.
you have those?
I don't know. Smiling innocently. I guess it's my turn to face the test. As long as Kid's safe, I'm happy, I suppose. Wondering what
You're
the
the
mouth
one
of,
who fucking did that to her, jerk.
wondering what the mouth of truth could possibly want. I reach for one of her accessories. Oh my fucking god! What? The small silver mirror, the file, the centipede, the lipstick, the special raisins. Special raisins? The fishing line, a huge explosive, a leather scroll, or give up. What?
I don't know what to pick here.
What the fuck? What?
I don't think any of this is gonna do anything.
I'm just gonna... I think I'm gonna give up. I don't think any of the things Kid has is gonna affect this fucking magical mouth. Bewildered, I tell Kid to put her stuff away. Something gives me the feeling that none of these things are what it wants. There has to be something in the mansion that fits. We probably just haven't figured it out yet, or found it yet. We've got to keep our eyes peeled. The lipstick paint its mouth red? That's not gonna work. As we continue through the passageway...
Touch from the wall kills you.
What? Oh, do that and it fucking just eats me? As we continue through the passageway, everything's gone normal until suddenly something drops onto my hood. I run my fingers through it and manage to peel off a cold, slimy object. I look up at the ceiling.
No.
There's thousands of the disgusting little black things up there. Leeches! Ah! The slimy, blood-sucking animals continue to fall into our bodies as we panic more and more. We desperately try to shake them off, but it's hopeless. There's too many of them. They crowd around us, homing in our presence from every direction, from the ceiling, the walls, the floor, everywhere. We've got to turn around. However, looking back the way we came, a countless number have started to crowd around the passage back behind us as well, blocking our only exit. We've got to get out of here, Kid yells. Make a run for it, carefully tiptoe out of here. Fuck it, we're running. I can't stand this anymore. I've got to get out of here now. I start to bolt down the slimy leech-filled corridor as fast as I can. As the leeches continue to rain onto us, wiggling their way down our shirts, sucking our blood with their tiny teeth, I continue to run and run and run. We frantically scurry down the passageway, worried for dear life. Squishing their damp bodies under my feet, I suddenly take a bad step and slip on one of them, sending me flat on my back.
Idiot.
Ah! Coming up from behind, Kid doesn't seem to see me. Kid! I yell, but it's too late. Unable to stop in time, she topples over me, falling onto the leech-covered floor too. Surge! Standing up, we try to clean ourselves off, but it's useless. I'm barely able to get any of the bloodsuckers off before more and more begin to drop down from the ceiling onto us. I've never been in anything half as foul as this. Never. Ah!
Where's the angle?
That's a great question. Oh no! Two have squirmed into my mouth!
Whoa.
Ugh. And they wiggle around violently as they latch themselves on my tongue. Ugh.
Oh.
I spit the mouthful out and suppress the urge to open my mouth and scream again. Despite the sharp pain now in my mouth with the cuts they've left. Oh, no.
This game gets real graphic.
Suddenly, something strange happens. The leeches all simultaneously begin to squirm out from my clothes, hair, and skin, heading back away from us. They travel a few feet down the corridor, and there begin to accumulate into some sort of mass.
Kill this thing.
What the? As the last few leeches make their way... Are we sure this isn't Dark Souls to the end? Excuse you, Leechmonger is a Demon Souls boss. As the last few leeches make their way over to the mass, it starts to form into a humanoid shape. The figure solidifies moments later into some sort of blue monster, holding a huge scythe. Oh, you're fucking with me.
Kill this thing.
The polished scythe suddenly comes... Parry!
Attack. Parry.
As the demon brings its huge scythe around, I bring my knife forward, hoping to parry the blow. All right! The scythe only managed to cut through my shirt. But still, that was too close. Hey, Stubby, you call that a scythe? Kid yells. Come on, kid. It looks disturbed enough already. Size it up.
Kill it, attack.
Oh shit. The demon stands there with its long tongue waving in the air, beckoning us to try and attack it. Beside me, Magil has just finished chanting his spell. As he extends his arm, a furious streak of fire shoots out from its fingertips. The blaze smashes into the demon. With the stench of burnt flesh thick in the air, I stared down upon the demon, now revealing a twisted smirk over its sharp fangs. Despite its agony, the demon starts to mutter something in a low, controlled tone. I look to Magil, worried this is going to be a battle of magic. Rush it before it's time to finish. Come on, let's get him! I shout, already sprinting towards the vile demon. Kid comes running from behind me at full speed, hard on my heels. The demon angrily swings its scythe at me just as I approach. Stunned, I try to stop running in time, but the huge scythe manages to graze my cheek.
Jesus, George, you were fucking useless.
Shocked, I rub off the blood dripping from my face. Kid, who's flanked the demon from the other side, starts kicking the thing with her hard boots. A terrifying shriek is given off as the thing falls to the floor.
Kick things to death?
Ha! How'd you like some of that, eh? The demon coughs up dark blue blood as it collapses onto the ground. Kid, I say remorsefully, this thing's no match for us. It's barely half as tall as we are. We gaze down at the creature. What should we do? Noticing we stop, the demon starts to write down something in the ground with its own blood. Is it trying to communicate with us? Beg for mercy, maybe? Are you stupid? The symbol it's drawing suddenly takes on a strange glow. A glimmer of light appears, and then a crack of lightning strikes upward from out of the symbol. Kid looks at me, then back down towards the demon. Just as it completes drawing the symbol, she pelts the demon in the belly. It's hurled through the air, violently colliding with the nearby wall. After a few moments, it moves no more. Kid scuffs out the symbol on the ground with her boot. It was him or us, mate. Yeah, that demon looked friendly. We probably could have reasoned with it. Kneeling down, I rest for a minute to tend to my wounds. Hey, no whining. You're not that bad, mate. I've seen worse hangovers than how you look right now. Sorry, this is already reused outfit. Already reused blah, 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 dialogue. Wait a sec, what's that? I bend down and pick up a small leather sack. Looking inside, I find a small bottle filled with a clear liquid.
Ocean Seller.
Well, go on, mate. You found it, you drink it. I don't think that's how that should work.
Don't you argue with kid.
I hesitantly gulp the potion. Oh, wow. I feel great. This makes my wounds heal as fast as lightning. Want some, kid? Oh, sorry. It's all gone.
Jesus Christ.
What do you think potions taste like?
I hope they taste good.
I could imagine they taste like lemonade or something like that.
The stairs, maybe?
Yeah, because we already been through this, and we might need to come back if we're going to open up whatever the hell's down there. But there's also the mouth thing, so I don't know if we need to grab something specific. I follow Kid up the narrow set of stairs, hoping not to lose my balance. Alright, so that leaves 2 other paths. Left or passageway?
Go the passageway, I guess?
Have you tried eating the demon? The one that was formed of leeches? Sorry, but that sounds like a stupid idea. Okay. We head down the path. After a while, it ends the stained wooden door. Were we already in here? That's going. Oh, shit. I guess this is the study.
Hooray!
This huge room. This really is just a fucking Castlevania. This huge room is faintly lit by the moonlight, shining in through a tall window. In the back of the room stands a large, ornately decorated desk. Row after row of bookshelves house thousands of thick, dusty books. A painting is hung on the rear wall, sharing space with various exotic curios. Okay, time to find that key, Kid says as she steps onto the center of the room. Surrounded by row after row of books. Where did that crazy mirror say we could find it? Hey, Serge, pay attention when I'm talking to you. Huh? I thought you remembered which one it was. So which is it? Huh?
Ay, Dios mío.
Chat, quickly, do you remember what the mirror said? Fuck it, I'm about to eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe if...
Purple book. Try the purple one.
The one in front?
No. Purple book in the back.
Did you go back into the VOD and check? Alright.
I will confirm nor deny this.
The ever-reliable bookkeeper. I'm pretty sure it's that purple book over there. I think. Which one? Oh, I see it. Kid pulls out a purple book towards the bottom of the shelves. I watch closely as she opens it up. Flipping through the pages, suddenly an old brass key falls out of the book, hitting the ground with a clank. All right, the key. Throwing the book aside, Kid bends down and grabs the key. Her eyes light up as she stares at it in her hands. We race out of the study, eager to see what awaits us in the vault. Magil follows behind a moment later, after returning the book to the shelf. Nerd. Oh, of course, he probably spent a lot of his time at the library.
So, fun fact, if you have her, one of the blue books, if you have Kid read one of those 2 blue books, I don't know which one, she will hit you and deal damage.
Critical hit!
And you lose 10 affection for every wrong book she has to read.
Oh, God. We leave the study, retracing our steps through the dark passageway. Finally, the passage comes to a three-way branch. Alright, that just leaves the path on the right, I think.
We have the key. We can go for the vault, I guess.
Where is the vault?
Do you want me to check the map?
I mean, we could, but we could also just check the passageway since we're already here.
True.
We continue through the passageway. After a while, we arrive at a beautifully decorated set of double doors. Enter, I guess. Kid's not checking for us anymore.
You're on your own, idiot.
Into death. Oh, this seems to be Viper Manor's ballroom. Beautiful decorative ornaments rest on a large table in the center of this huge hall. Rows of huge pillars are lined up on both sides, adorned with sculptures of birds and various other animals. At the far end of the room sits a gigantic organ, taking up the entirety of the wall. Its pitch-black aura beckons us. A countless number of candles provide a soft, flickering luminescence to the room. Everything around us shimmers in the dim candlelight. Various portraits have been hung up high on the walls, depicting all sorts of well-dressed people. From what I can gather, they're high-quality oil paintings. They all have a similar sort of morbid gaze in their eyes, though. Who could these be? Lynx's relatives, maybe? Of these, a portrait of a young lady in a pink dress catches my eye. Wait, what was that? I swear she looked at me just then. Come on, Serge. Time to put away the ghost stories. It's just my imagination acting up again, I tell myself. Could you imagine if your survival instinct had like a voice and was like, no, you fucking idiot, listen to me. It was probably a trick of the light caused by a flickering candle or something. The oil's glossy finish distorted the image for a second or two. Yeah, that's what happened. Self-gaslighting. But
I gaslight myself every day by telling myself I'm sane.
I don't know. This room's bloody strange. Kid sees it too. She has to have seen it.
I suggest we look elsewhere.
Magil says suddenly. Kid and I offer no objections. Let's get the fuck out of here. We leave the ballroom, heading back through the passageway. After a bit of walking, we come to a three-way split in the path. Oh, wait, I know where the vault probably is. It's that one locked door on the other side of the hallway.
Yeah.
So, that means we head towards the terrace. Munich says, I'm glad you're playing this game so you can prepare yourself for Chrono Cross. And you know what Fib will say about that.
What? What am I supposed to say about that?
Yeah, Munich, feel free to elaborate. Continue on through the passageway. Suddenly, Kid stops dead in her tracks. I look to her, wondering what's wrong. Magil has already assumed his battle stance. I do so too, trying to see what's ahead of us. And suddenly, I realize what they were triggered by. A barely audible voice of some kind can be heard far up ahead. Advancing a bit more, we come to the source. There, barely illuminated in the dim light, is some sort of a thin blue monster. It's like it's been waiting for us, kneeling on the pavement as it chants to itself in a low, quiet tone. Oh god, not another one. Son of a bitch! Its long, bony fingers seem to be etching something on the floor before it. It's a demon warlock! I sheath my knife, getting ready to face off with the wild monster. Attack! I switch my knife around for a backhand attack as the demon grins a disgusting smile at me. The second I see it break its focus, I lash out with my weapon. However, my dead-on attack only seems to graze the demon's skin. What are you smiling at, freak? Kid yells as he gives us a twisted, fang-laden smile. I clean the sweat off my brow and try to keep focused. However, I can't help but notice the demon's eyes amidst all this. They got such an unsettling quality to them, almost as though this thing harbors some sort of unimaginable intelligence. Wait, what am I saying? I can't get lost in that thing's eyes now. Everybody knows that these things can trap your spirit with their eyes alone. All of a sudden, the demon starts to mutter something. A
I'm
second
sure
later,
Decision Search Mix is the wrong one.
yeah, it bursts into flames. Within a few moments, the flames die out and the demon is no more. Gone without a trace. Wait, we just insta-killed it?
No,
What
I think
the-
it teleported.
A vague uneasiness sets in as I look around. Not a single scrap of evidence remains from that entire encounter. Was any of that even real? That's how I feel when I get ambushed in the fucking random JRPG encounter and it just leaves immediately. That's the Final Fantasy 2 experience. Phew, you okay, mate? Yeah, I'm not bad. I've got some bruises here and there, but nothing too serious. You? Oh, are you kidding? I kicked that thing's arse so bad it didn't even have time to say its prayers. Yeah, we did pretty good back there, didn't we? You got a thing or two to learn, but you're getting there, mate. Kid's mischievous eyes sparkle as I glance at her for a moment in the dim moonlight.
Oh, okay. So, fun fact, what Kid says after fights are how you determine her affection rating.
Yeah? I set off down the corridor with her, ready for what's next. Wait a sec, what's that? I bend down and pick up a small leather sack. Looking inside, I find a small bottle filled with a clear liquid. Well, go on, mate, you found it, you drink it. Wait a second, kid, there's something in this jar. I hesitantly gulped the potion. Oh, wow, I feel great.
It doesn't actually matter. Kid doesn't have HP, so it doesn't matter how much damage she takes.
This is the one that had the babushka in it. We can keep going on the ball. We keep going down the hallway. There it is. Let's go inside. Maybe you should have recruited the demon and worked together to defeat the Demon King Hazama. Have you been playing SMT If again? Fucker.
Yeah.
You better open now, says Kid, putting the key we found into the lock. As the lock clicks, we're suddenly showered in all colors of light. Must have been an enchanted lock. Whatever's on the other side of this door ought to be good. The heavy doors open slowly. Inside the room, I gasp at the awesome spectacle laid out before our eyes. That's a curious-looking floor. Despite the sparse light, a brimming mountain of silver, gold, and other precious-looking artifacts shimmer and twinkle throughout this huge treasure vault. Kid is almost drooling at the sight, but to be fair, a sight like this would captivate most people.
Money.
Enormous heaps of riches are piled before our eyes, in amounts most people will probably never see in their entire lives. It looks to be authentic. Oh, Magil.
Remember, our goal is the flame. Do not waste time with frivolities.
Minix says, I think you should play SMT if you only play the Amon ending. You realize you can only do the Amon route if you've already beaten the main game once, right? Jeez, I told you, I know. Regardless of Magil's warning, Kid can't help but be taken aback. She gawks at the room's contents in awe until... Hey, what's that? In the back on that pedestal. There, a palm-sized jewel radiates a pale crimson light, resting patiently behind the other treasure. It looks as though it's a roaring flame that has somehow been frozen in time. Oh shit, mission accomplished, folks! The Frozen Flame, TM.
It was also really good.
As Magil glides over towards the pedestal, I nervously call out, "Come on, take it before someone realizes we're here! Or be careful, we can't afford falling into a trap."
Oh, you know that thing is fucking trapped.
What else would it be? Come on, man. Fine, Kid frustratedly says, glancing back at the door. Just remember, we're short on time. After investigating the pedestal for a little while... It is a tech center!
Serge was correct. It does seem to be trapped.
Thank God reason wins out. Magil steps back, mumbling something in a low voice while placing his hand near the base of the pedestal. Slowly, an inscription begins to emerge on its surface, shining brightly for a moment.
It should be disarmed now.
He says, before cautiously lifting the scarlet jewel from the pedestal. Serge's party got the frozen flame! Whew! We did it! With a sigh of relief, I turn towards Magil. He's looking intently at the flame. Way to go, Magil! Alright, let's... Suddenly, the gem shatters into 1,000 pieces in Magil's hand. Alright.
The fake indeed. That Fiendlings would never have left the real flame in a place like this.
Did Magil just fucking go... just fucking shatter it in his fist?
No, I think as soon as he took it, it was programmed to break.
Nah. Are you sure you're
That
playing
was
the...
a move, though.
That would have been baller. It was like, this is worthless. Breaks it.
I mean, I don't think an artifact of immense magical power would probably shatter like that.
Yeah. Munich says, are you sure you're playing the right version of this game, or was this always a tech demo? It was a visual novel released on the fucking Satellavision. It's not even a fucking proper... Satellaview, sorry. Why did it get to television? What am I thinking of? Oh, son of a bitch. Suddenly, an alarm bell rings out. The room lights up and heavy metal bars fall in front of the door. Her only exit is blocked. I look around only to see Kid holding a fancy crown, suddenly realizing what she's done.
God damn it, Kid.
Serge's party got the golden crown. That dim-witted dingo, I say to myself. Suddenly, out of the corners of the room, 4 mechanical birds suddenly come to life.
Birds?
Intruder alert! Intruder alert! They're loud. Wait, shit! I should let you read that, Robo.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
The loud metallic screeching only adds to my uneasiness.
Intruder alert! 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 It does look like it will open.
Says Magil, checking the iron bars in front of the door.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
But before Magil can even finish his sentence, we start to hear deep, snarling voices somewhere outside the room. Which way is it coming from? A heavy voice asks. Sounds like a treasure vault alarm to me. The voices continue to get louder and louder as we stand motionless inside the room. We silently gawk at each other, hoping any one of us will have some sort of plan. Kid, hide yourself under a mountain of gold coins. Quick, hide, mate. I frantically look around the room. There, over in the far corner, there's an empty treasure chest behind a post. I dash over towards it, climb in, and close the lid. This is literally a clock tower strategy. Looks like there's no one here, boss. That's strange. No one's ever been able to escape this old thing. Softly opening the lid of the chest, I take a peek outside through the small crack and see 5 goblins bedecked in armor, having unlocked the iron bars and standing just a few feet from me. They look around the room restlessly, peeking into the shadows. Eventually, one of them raises his head to speak. Maybe a rat set it off. The cook was complaining about the rats just the other day. Rats? Are you trying to tell me a rat set off the trap? A fat goblin questions the other with a doubtful face. And with that... squeak, 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 comes from the corner over by where Kid's hiding.
Oh my god.
You know what this is? This is that fucking gag in the TFS Namek arc where Kullen's being a duck.
Quack! Quack!
So majestic.
Just listen to the space duck.
Taken aback, the goblins stop moving and look at each other. After a little while, the chief slowly strokes his chin and says, "No, actually, wasn't the stray cats that the cook was complaining about?" Comes the voice a second time. Again, the goblins glance at each other. "That's strange. What I heard was that it was a vicious Heckran that raided the pantry, I think." Not a peep this time. I can only picture Kid racking her brain trying to think of what a Heckran looks like. It sounds like, rather. "Just as I thought. A thief," says one of the guards. But just as they start to approach...
Kid.
Run.
You're gonna fucking die.
"Oh, well then, it certainly is a Heckran, without a doubt," one of them says, exchanging a smile with the others. "Well, that's pretty frightening then. Come on, let's get out of here." The pack begins to fall out of the treasure vault.
They're gonna be waiting for us right outside.
But then suddenly the goblins all spring on the pile of gold.
Oh, we got a safe kid.
"Well, what do we have here? Hey, get your hands off me, you slimy freaks!"
Baby.
Kid says, struggling to break free. "Slimy? A thief like yourself isn't much of a position to criticize," one of them hollers at her. Kicking herself free of their grasp, Kid inches back into the corner of the room. The goblins start to corner her off, laughing to themselves. I quietly sneak out of my hiding place and unsheath my knife. Taking on an entire troop of armed goblins is a lost cause, even for Kid. What should I do? Frankly, I'm in a quandary. I've got to save myself? Jesus Christ!
Save her, obviously.
We ball. Yeah, I can't abandon my friends, especially at a time like this. Gripping my knife tightly, I charge into the center of the room, shouting, "Hey, you stupid oafs!" They all turn around, staring at me blankly for a moment before their expressions turn to rage. "You just came out here to die, didn't you, little man?" Gulp. "You really want us to trample over your head that badly? Well, I suppose we can accommodate you," the goblin boss says, giving a deep laugh. Without a moment's hesitation, Kid shouts back, "Don't think you can easily pick a fight with the likes of the great Kid and get away with it." "Wait a minute.
You're gonna do Kid?
So you're the elusive Kid?" the boss asks as its eyes softly narrow. "How sweet this is! Perhaps if I deliver your hurt to Lord Lynx, he'll give me a nice reward." The boss goblin takes its morning star from its side. The huge iron ball jangles down to the floor. "Please don't confuse us with just any ordinary goblins. Striking fear into the hearts of men everywhere. We are Lynx's elite security force, the fearsome magical gobbler team." Oh, God.
It's the elite goblin squad from Yu-Gi-Oh!
2,000 attack points? How do we beat that? If you got time to spout off all that nonsense, then you sure got enough time to get your asses kicked. Kid shouts,
2,300 actually.
Oh, God. Exploding with a fierce roundhouse kick. The goblin teeters and staggers, dizzied by the brunt of her attack. "Let's get him, boys! Start with that little twerp over there." Metal balls begin to swing around, swooshing through the air with deadly speed. Oh, God. Jet Gobbler attack now! Oh, God. They're jet stream attacking us, dude. Sliding across the floor like the wind. They're DOMs! The goblins simultaneously rush us.
This has to be like a fan translation thing.
Looking up, all I see is a goblin coming at me head on. Ready to bash its weapon in my skull. Parry!
That man.
Frantically parrying with the goblin's attack, I try to lunge with my knife. Quick as a mouse, I slice at the goblin's side. lets loose a gnarling scream of pain as its putrid face contorts in agony. Beside me, an arrow of light jumps out from Magil's fingertips, instantly pulverizing the goblin. The goblin topples to the ground, half vaporized. Jesus! Magil stares at
That
him
does not fuck around.
with his ever-present eyes of steel as his dark cape flaps in the breeze.
This is what happens when you have the final boss in your party.
Another huge iron ball whizzes through the air, swinging towards me. Ram the bastard! I gotta think of a better strategy than just standing around. I quickly put my weight onto the goblin, trying to force it off balance. Unfazed, the goblin moves only a little as I collide with it. I, however, bump off and tumble onto the ground. Ah! I scream as the goblin kicks me in the ribs.
Ooh, you took a lot of damage from that.
Looking up, all I see is a goblin coming. Parry! Kid comes to my aid, delivering a lightning-quick strike to one of the goblins. What's the matter, huh? Where's your magical gobbler skills now, or whatever you call it? What accent am I doing? I don't fucking know, man. The goblin can't help but collapse onto the floor in pain. Kid boots into the jaw before backing away for her next attack. Quit screwing around, Surge! Keep an eye on your own trouble. Another huge iron ball whizzes through the air, swinging down towards me. Roll over and dodge it. As quickly as I can, I roll over and try to dodge the attack. However, the iron ball strikes me square in the back, sending me clear off my son of a bitch. I hit the ground with a hard thud as the back of my head smacks against the hard stone floor. I roll
So the
over.
thing with the goblins is that you're basically random chance for both of those options.
You're
you either
kidding.
succeed or fail.
That's bullshit. I roll over and try to recover, but the throbs of pain are unbearable. Sing, boy! Sing the song of pain! Scampering away, I suddenly see a dark shadow cover the ground in front of me. Fearfully looking up, a huge goblin towers directly above my quivering body. Die! The goblin roars, swinging his weapon down. No, I won't go that easy. Beside me, an arrow of light jumps out from Magil's fingertips, instantly pulverizes the goblin. Somehow, I managed to reel to my feet and avoid the blow. Looking up. Alright, here we go. Parry.
Parry has the less damage than the fucking... Or not the parry, the fucking... for the other option.
You mean it has a less of a fail rate?
So, it's the option where you can either tackle it or whatever. Dodge or tackle, I think the options are. The tackle option, if that fails, you take way more damage than the other option.
Yeah, because tackle, I just land on my fucking back and I get kicked in the ribs, but I get fucking hit with the Morning Star if I try to dodge it and fail. That sucks. Long live Lord Lynx! Glory to the magical gobblers! Says the last of the goblins as it comes crashing to the ground in a bloody mess.
Lord Cobra!
That's the last of them.
Or what is that? I'm trying to think of such similar... What is it? Or like someone dies praising their lord or something like that.
Ah, God. I feel like that's a common thing, too, but I don't know for what. Easy. Easy, says Kid, wiping some sweat off her brow. Damn it, Serge, you're such a loon thinking you could rescue me from the goons like that. Huh. It worked out pretty well, though. Eh, mate? Isn't that Mad Max one the one where he goes,
We must be
witness
on our
me?
way. There's no way of knowing who else knows we're here now. Yeah,
I know.
whitest me.
That bastard's causing us too much trouble. They said they were Lynx's personal guards, yeah? They might have some valuable stuff on him. But before she even finishes speaking, Kid starts to search through the head goblin's clothes. Sheesh. There's really no need to be such a scavenger. I like to imagine Kid as like a fucking raccoon.
Not inaccurate.
Hey, what's this? She says, removing a small metal object from the goblin's pocket. It's a hand-shaped medallion of some sort, covered in archaic-looking symbols. Magil?
It's a key. These markings suggest it unlocks a certain magical seal.
Magil says, walking over towards us. Imagine just T-posing over both of them. Wow. Well, they're lost, says Kid. Casually
I
putting
wonder
the plate
what we
in
do
the
with
bucket.
a hand-shaped object.
Yeah, it's almost like we could stick it in something's mouth. Damn it, they don't have any other good stuff. Cheap goblins. She stands up and looks around, sighing.
Did she expect them to carry their valuables on them?
It'd be a waste to leave all this loot behind, though. I'm going to say that good advice is coming from Magil.
We can always come back for it later, kid.
Kid turns around and grins. Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's go. Night won't last forever. So I guess we're going back down, huh?
To the mouth of truth.
You know, anytime I think of like sticking a hand in something, you know what I think of?
What?
You ever watch The Mummy Returns?
No.
No? Oh shit! It's a fucking cool artifact thing. Suddenly comes to a stop. Oh shit! Not again. Hearing this, I immediately unsheath my knife. I try to look ahead and behind, but all I can see is darkness. Wait, what was that? Up ahead, it looked like part of the wall moved. Yeah, right there. One of the square tiles is moving right in front of my eyes. Wait a second. That's not a towel at all. It's armor!
What?
Hey over there, Mr. Goblin! Kid shouts. Come on, kid. We just killed 5 of them! Or was it 4? Pretty sure it was 5. He looks awfully big. Having been discovered, the massive goblin squares off with us, coming out into full view. Uh-oh. It's got friends. You're fucking with me! 2 sets of footsteps behind me make me realize they amount to 4 in all. I keep my focus on the 2 in front of me while Magil turns to face the rear. How could things so large camouflage themselves so well? Readying my knife, I set my sight on the goblins before me. They've certainly got us in a pinch. They've already blocked off all escape routes in this tight corridor. We'll have to fight our way out of this one. Magil begins to confront the rear pack while Kid rushes to the front 2, knife in hand. I rush out with her, hurling myself into action. One of the goblins whips its Morningstar out, swinging its spiked iron ball down at me. Whoa! I nearly miss it, leaping to the side of the last possible second. It comes crashing down, shattering the stone floor under it into a cloud of dust. Beside me, Kid leaps nimbly into the air, dodging a close attack. The scene here has been reduced to a barrage of weapons and chains flying through the air, thick with the dusty haze of shattered stone flooring. Looking over towards Kid, a glimmer of light flashed before me, and there in front of us, a knife has suddenly been implanted deep into the goblin's left eye. Writhing in pain, the goblin hits the ground. I try not to look at it, keeping myself focused on the fight. There's no doubt, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee are words she lives by, here in the thick of combat. Without a single problem handling herself, Kid's truly a natural.
Muhammad Ali live in this fucking world?
I guess he's canon. Do what Kid would do. That's right.
Do what
He can do it, so can I.
Do what you would do.
On the verge of its attack, I confront the goblin with my knife ready. Hurls his Morningstar down at me. I leap to the side, thinking to myself, it's now or never. Damn it! Just as I go to make my move, I slip and fall flat on my back. Son of a bitch! I see the goblin stand over laughing at itself as it raises its Morningstar overhead. I've got to do something fast. Thinking a mile a minute, I somehow remember my knife and ram it into the goblin's shin. Get up and stab it in its heart. While the goblin tends to its painfully wounded ankle, I seize the opportunity and leap up with my knife. Urgh. I planted the knife deep within the thing's chest. Thick blood pours out in spurts. However, at the same time, I feel a tremendous thud on the top of my head. Jesus. Delirious, I stumble to the ground, barely able to notice the goblin before me collapsing as well.
Get it, Serge.
Suddenly, I see stars flash all around me. And then again, and again. Serge, wake up! Come on, this ain't no time for daydreaming, Kid says, slapping me on the cheeks. Ugh. Alright, quit slapping me. What? You ought to be grateful for getting an awakening by a fair maiden like me. Fair maiden? Please. Kneeling down, I rest for a minute to tend to my wounds. damn it! Damn, that romance is going cold.
Damn, you fucking lost a lot of affection. What the hell did you do?
Thanks, RNG. I'm pretty sure it's because I keep getting hit. Proceed on towards the terrace, I guess. Man, that sucks. Alright. Hallway. And then we go down the stairs. And then... Oh, right. But, Fig, have you ever been to Universal Studios?
No.
Really? Shit, then that's going to be hard to describe. There's a prop in the Revenge of the Mummy where it's like you're supposed to stick your hand into it if you have some kind of bracelet, or else it eats you or some shit like that. It's been a while since I saw the movie. In fact, I kind of want to rewatch it now because
I assume that's based on the hand of the actual mouth of truth.
Yeah, something like that. I assume.
You know what the mouth of truth is, right?
Vaguely, but the exact
It's
thing
an
doesn't come to mind.
Italian art thing.
Oh right.
Fuck, it's favorite code.
I think it's the archway. I think it's the archway, right?
I think so. Maybe. I don't remember.
Are you serious? There's no way in hell I'm going back there to be eaten alive. Yeah, losing a leg or two wouldn't do a thing for your girlish figure. Having stopped before the atrium, we once again come to the ominous mouth of truth.
Hey.
Maybe there's something we didn't try before, Kid says, taking out her personal effects and holding that at me. Me again? Kid smiles at me innocently. Amidst my hesitation, I reach out for one of her accessories. Alright, well, now we put in the hand. I take the hand-shaped plate. Its strange, contorted symbols give me a headache just by looking at them. Nervously, I reach in and place it onto the tongue. It's a perfect fit. You mean some people like amputees? I am not about to hear that from someone named Diaper Buddy. Sliding it into place, I quickly remove my hand and back away a few steps. The huge white eyes start moving around slowly, and a slight vibration can be felt from behind the wall. Something's happening. Something big. I just wish I knew whether it's good or bad. An odd sound escapes from the mouth of truth as its eyes continue to roll. I want to make a run for it. However, I look over and see the ever-fearless expression on the kid's eyes and stay my ground. Suddenly, the marble sculpture stops moving. I stare at it, wondering what's going on. Then, its tongue starts to roll inside its mouth. Is it having a fucking seizure? While its eyes tilt further and further upward until its pupils disappear underneath its eyelids. We hear the plate sliding down its throat, vanishing into the deep, dark depths of the mansion. But what's happening? I assume this is you.
Apparently a pious being such as this may roll its eyes from time to time.
The simple fact that Mantle tried to make a joke just there makes me stop and forget where I am for a second. All that's gonna happen is you're gonna lose another one of my things. I could've got a lot of cash for that, Kid says regrettably. Suddenly, over by the atrium, we start to hear some sort of a latch being opened. Then, moments later, the sound of water draining echoes throughout the corridor.
Hey.
Taking a few steps towards the atrium, I see the red water has formed into a whirlpool and is flowing down into the pond. The piranhas are being washed away. What's the matter, little fishies? Not enough water? Aw, playtime's over, you nasty buggers. Come on. I'm dying to see what's past that fountain. Having crossed through the atrium, we eventually come to a split in the path. We can either go left or right from here.
Go left, I guess.
Yeah, no harm. You know what this reminds me of besides the Goosebumps stuff? This feels like a very classic, like, Zork kind of thing.
Yeah, I get that too. It's very text adventure like.
Which is why I was like half worried, like, is there a way to get like a fucking hard locked into a bad ending?
Well, if kid's affection is below 40, you get the bad ending at the very end of the game. Here's the thing. 40 is still you still get quite a bit of leeway. So like kid's affection starts at 38. The line you got a little while ago when she was tending to your wounds, where she was nicer, is like 57.
Oh, Jesus.
So you got quite a bit of leeway.
All right. After a bit of walking,
she's below 50, she's like at least 56 or below right now. But as long as you're above 40, you still get the good ending.
Okay, cool. After a bit of walking, we come to an old-looking door with a brass handle. Damn it, another locked door. I don't get it. There's no smell of gold or nothing. Oh, that's spooky.
This leads to Viper Manor's catacombs,
Says Magil hesitantly. He's right. Standing here in silence, I realize there's a faint scent of death in the air. And then, putting my ear to the door, I start to hear deep, tortured moans from far beyond. That doesn't sound very reassuring.
That doesn't sound like a good room.
I jump back, looking at the door. Let's try somewhere else. Heading away from the catacombs, we eventually come to a split. Heading back.
Guess we go to the other way.
Oh. Keep going forward, turn right, or turn around. Okay, right is back the way we came. If we can keep going
Keep
forward.
going forward then.
Yeah, I would say keep going straight down the hall until we've explored every option. After a little ways down the passageway, we come to a descending staircase. Oh my god, it goes even lower. Fuck it, we ball?
Fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, we ball.
We have any other options at the moment.
We could have gone down the other corridor. But yeah.
That would have just taken us back where we came.
No, we could have gone through the other fork.
What other fork?
It said there was a left and right. Going to the left led us to the catacombs door, and then when that finished, it said either we can go continue down the left path, which was what led to here, or we could
That
go...
would just take us back to the atrium.
No, there were three options. One was to just turn around, which I assume would have led us back to the door that we were just at. There was the option to continue, and then turn right to go to the atrium. So we turned left from there. Does that make sense?
I don't know.
We're at the end of the left fork.
Because I'm looking at the map, and there were only three options you could have done. So turning back would have taken us back to the atrium.
Once we reach the bottom, we come to another split. We can go left or right, but both paths look equally dismal. What do you think, Fig? Left or right? Both look like shit.
Left?
Yeah, fuck it, left, sure. After a little ways, we're presented with a sturdy set of doors. A wooden plaque has been hung above the door frame. Only one word is written on it. Armory. Went out the right of left. Faster, posters, get the fuck out! Armory, eh? The key to the catacombs has got to be in here. Kid places her ear on the door. Not a peep. Go in, 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 go in.
Go in.
Someone is here, however. Fuck. With the book in hand, a single goblin sits in a chair humming to itself. A sweet
It's
aroma.
literally me.
It's the average Twitch user. That includes me. The sweet aroma fills the room, presumably from the teacup sitting on the table before it. Zoomer goblin? There's something different about this goblin. Doesn't seem hostile in the least. I'm getting Castlevania 64 vibes. Looking up from its book, it examines us from behind its bifocals. Ah, welcome. It's rare to have visitors all the way down here. Too bad we're not guests, Kid shouts. If you want to live, tell us what the key to the catacombs is.
Kid, what the fuck?
And with that, Kid takes her knife and thrusts it into the desk, slicing through the tablecloth. The goblin
Come on,
remains
that
docile.
thing sounds really expensive, kid.
Ah, you must be the elusive Kid. I so wanted to see you with my own eyes. We've all heard so much about you.
Looks
But
like
before
that
I-
big fat fucker from Resident Evil 8, I think.
Is that the merchant? But before
I
he
don't
can
know.
finish its sentence, Kid grabs the knife and hurls it through the air. The goblin sets its book down, now unreadable due to the 7-inch blade protruding through it. It removes the knife
Good.
and places it on the table. She has poor manners. Your reputation precedes you. You are quite a radical young lady. Nevertheless, it's a shame.
Auto drop. Yeah.
I wanted to see how that novel ended up. Please, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Esmeld, it says, offering a simple introduction. Please, I do hate to keep my guests standing at bay. Come, sit, and we shall converse over tea.
He seems friendly enough.
My first thought is that it's poisoned. Despite all my concerns, Madge sits down. I'm gonna take a seat next to Madgel. I trust him.
I would trust Maggle.
Surely he's got something up his sleeve. Looking at Kid, she truly doesn't want anything to do with this. She remains standing, keeping a vigilant eye on Esmeld. Black tea is set for 3 at the table. Ah, there we are.
He already had the tea ready. How nice of him.
After a moment, Magil takes the teacup and brings it slowly to his mouth. He takes a sip
Good enough for me. Drink.
and then sets the cup back on the table. Esmeld smiles. Could you imagine Magil just instantly starts like fucking seizing?
I'm sure Maggle would be prepared for poison.
The-
Himalayan chimpanzee. I've not had this blend in quite some time.
The Himalayas exist in Chrono Trigger? I see you are a gentleman of fine taste. I will have you know, not many of my visitors have known this type of black tea. Listening to their banter, I stare at my cup. Could it really be poisoned? Picking up the teacup, I bring it close to my mouth. It doesn't smell so bad. Delicious!
Just for specifically is poisoned.
That would be so fucked up. I exclaim, I've never had anything like this before. I loosen up a bit, sitting back in my chair. Wait a
It's
second.
like that Club Penguin picture. One of these drinks is poison, but I forget which one. The way this dinner's going, I hope it's mine.
What's going on? My wounds, they're being
Magic tea.
healed. Looking over towards Kid, she seems to be enjoying it as well. So, let's get down to business. Certainly, the key to the catacombs has to be around here somewhere. Whether I remember where it is, however, that's a different story. Tough luck, give us the key, or is there something you like in exchange? I assume we should be civil about this.
Probably.
Is there something you like in exchange? Something I want. Your life, perhaps, he says as his eyes light up from behind his... That's grab my knife. Oh, thank God I didn't grab my knife. Oh, you misunderstand, young man. I do not wish to harm you, Esmeld says, noticing the sudden look of shock on my face. I enjoy chatting with the many types of visitors that we have in the mansion. Surely, as an adventurer, you must have plenty of interesting stories to tell. Adding to this, he looks in my direction with a smile. I look highly on unique stories and have been known to reward such storytellers. Staring down at the dark liquid before me, I start to rack my brain for a really good story. Okay, I've got it. One particular evening, a small girl walked through a dark, dreary forest. The girl had searched anywhere and everywhere for the golden sunflower. The only cure for her... Beetle? Really?
Beetle.
Alright. The girl suddenly came across a large beetle. Taking it back to her home, the girl painted the beetle from head to toe with the shiny golden paint. Or the girl...
Yeah.
I'm telling him a simple story?
Paint, yes.
A fine beginning, perhaps. Is that all? Oh, right, because this would be what an interesting story is like to someone who only experiences this kind of fucked up shit as a monster, I assume, right? It's a cross-cultural thing.
He's also a goblin. I think goblins might like money.
Oh, true. No, one evening, while a girl was walking through the forest, she came across a beetle. She took it home, painting it a shiny gold paint. The next morning, the girl went to town to sell the beetle. Claiming it was a good luck beetle, she showed it to many travelers and eventually sold it for an outrageous sum of money. Yeah, Serge. And I'll bet the girl's name was Kit, wasn't it? From beside me, chills run down my spine as I hear Kid question me in her coldest tone. I made it up, Kid, I whispered to her. Maybe she really did do something like that in the past. Glancing at her, I see her eyes start to cloud over. Then suddenly she starts choking me, wrapping both her hands around my neck. How do you know about all this? Kid yells, strangling me. From behind me, I see Esmeld pull out one of his tea bags. Noticing it, she suddenly forgets all about me, her eyes lighting up at the sight of the tea. Perhaps some of my precious black tea leaves can be used to prevent against ruckus in here. Kid immediately snatches the tea bag. It was a fairly entertaining story. I am a goblin of my word, and as such, I shall give you the key, he says, knocking on a certain spot at a nearby wall. A secret compartment opens from where he takes the key. He hands it to us with a smile on his face. Thanking him, we leave the room.
Oh, by the way, do you want to know what happens if you choose to be rude to him when you get that first dialogue option?
I assume he kills us?
No. But one of the options you get is you can show him your collection of secret pictures of Kid. She does not take that well. You lose like 30 affection points and 40 health.
Jesus. Head up the stairs or proceed on through?
Go through, because we haven't gone that way yet.
After a little while, the passage ends at a small door. Hey, I smell home cooking. Are we about to steal their food? Fuck it.
Yes, we are, motherfucker.
They got the munchies. I hope they got in and out. There's a fucking rat in there, god damn it. Oh, it's just a small kitchen.
It's a big cage.
For the servants, probably, I add. I look around the tiny room. There's a sink, pots and pans, and a bunch of food in the cupboards. A rat hangs in a cage off in a corner, but aside from that, it's a pretty average kitchen. Kid walks over to a deep saucepan and peers inside. It smells fresh. Want some grub, Serge? Sure. I timidly peer into the saucepan. It looks like some sort of stew. Using the ladle on the stove, I reach in and take a big scoop. Delicious. Or barf, what is this stuff? I assume we're trying not to insult Kid here somehow, so I'll just go with delicious.
Probably delicious.
Kid looks at me again. After a moment of hesitation, she comes over. Quit hogging it all for yourself, mate, she says, taking the ladle and sniffing the warm mixture. Want some, Magil?
No, thank you.
Is that sink made of like half a barrel on the pipe?
Welcome
Yes.
to what an old sink looks like. That's how water pumps used to look.
We take some bowls from the shelves and serve ourselves some more. As we eat more and more, the stew's warmth flows all through us. I feel great.
Yum. Stew.
But then, a quiet, shrill voice echoes out. It seems to be coming from over by the cage. Ah, what an independent young lad! Are all the boys wearing braids these days? I stop and look at Kid. Who's there? Looking over in the direction of the voice, we see nothing but the single rat.
It's the rat!
Son of a bitch. It stares at us with its small, beady eyes. Ah, excuse me. You're a girl, not a boy. It looks like Kid can't decide whether to be puzzled or infuriated by all this. But just between you and me, I don't think this is the first time her personality has led someone to think she's a guy. Right, her personality. At any rate, the brown rat continues. Listen, please, kind humans. I am trapped within a most unfortunate situation. While on my way to the kitchen this morning to bring home some food for my mother, goblins seized me and trapped me here in this cage. Unless I can escape, I am to be a side dish for the next meal. A side dish? Listening to the rat, Kid walks over to the sink. Please, you must help me. My desperately ill mother awaits my return. Uh-huh.
I say we help him.
The rat pleads, its eyes twinkling in the light. However, I look towards Kid. She's over by the sink, her face getting redder and redder. Stupid rat! Don't even know a lady when you see one, Kid yells, stomping out of the kitchen.
Thieving.
Oh, young lady, I did not mean to. With Kid gone, the rat turns towards me. Brother, help me! Why would I abandon a rat, dude? Come on.
Help it out.
I understand. I open the cage door. The rat quickly scurries out. The rat laughs as a strange smile comes over its face. You really are a bunch of fools!
Oh no. The rat has betrayed us.
Spitting out those words, the rat starts to tremble before rapidly growing in size, growing larger and larger by the second. Oh no, it's a Parasite Eve rat!
Oh, it's far worse than a rat.
What the fuck? It's a griffin! Stupid
It's a
humans! You're just in time for lunch. My mother's, that is.
Oh, well, at least he's trying to feed his mother.
Damn it,
He wasn't
Serge.
lying about that, at least.
You walked right into his trap! Oh man, what was I thinking? That's what I get for being a nice dude. The griffin rises up onto its hind legs, screeching and
Fuck.
flapping its huge wings. Hit the deck! I frantically tried to dodge the beast,
Hit the
hoping to
deck.
avoid its terrifying 3-inch claws. I managed to avoid its blow, but now I'm cornered in the back of the room. As it inches near me for a strike, it rises up onto its hind legs once again, this time even higher than before. However, in a moment of blind luck, the griffin suddenly loses balance on the slippery floor and comes crashing to the ground. Damn these
Spirit's life.
unclean kitchen
Spirit's life.
floors! Well, talk about close calls. I let out a breath of relief as I stand over the griffin, wondering what to do next.
Spare it.
So, you ugly little rat. Now who's stupid? Wait! Please, I beg you, kind, beautiful human girl. I'm aware of valued information. If you promise to spare my life, I will tell you a special secret of the mansion. I don't know. You lied already, you bugger. I'd rather just kill you
He'd
and
never
have it
lie
be over
twice.
with. Kid says, taking a
He'd
step
never-
closer.
He'd never lie twice.
Surely, you fool me once, shame on me.
And let us hear what he
Shame on
has
you.
to say. Listen, Maggle says to trust the griffin, so I would go with Maggle.
Yeah, Maggle says, coming between them. Kid pauses for a second and then steps back. Thank you. That would have been fun, Kid says, shrugging. One day, you too may find yourselves within my situation, caged in on all sides. If such a fate comes to pass, remember these directions, and your lives shall be spared. Right 3 steps,
What?
left 2 steps, right 2 steps, and then you'll see.
I'm gonna screen cap that. That sounds important.
That sounds oddly specific, too. No sooner than it says this, the griffin transforms back into a rat, scurrying off into a crack on the wall. I sure hope sparing that thing was worth it. Who knows when it'll sneak up on us next.
Griffin, or it might come to us in our hour of need.
Before long, we come to an ascending staircase on the left. The passageway also continues on ahead.
I guess we can get into the catacombs now?
So that would be towards the direction of the armory?
No, that would be the stairs.
You sure? Alright.
Yes. The armory would just bring us back to the armory.
Oh, I was thinking that there were like two sets of stairs. One for where we're at and one in the direction of the armory. I don't know why. It's kind of hard to visualize this. Coming to the top, we're faced with a dimly lit corridor. We head down it, quickly masking our steps. Continuing on through the passage, we eventually come to a branch. This is what I was talking about. There's one to the left, there's one to the right. Okay. Okay, this is the yeah, this is what I was telling you. Because when we hit that branch the first time, the left led us to the catacombs and the right led to where we are
Welcome
right
to
now.
how perspective works.
Yeah, but you seemed confused when I was telling you, like, we were at the catacombs, so if we turned in one direction, we would have gone
That's
back to
because when you were
fork.
saying go to the right way, would just take us back to the atrium.
It would have taken us to the fork. It said turn around. Turn around would have taken us back. Left would have gone straight to the catacombs, and right
Taking
would
us
have
back
taken
would
us
have taken us back to the entrance to the catacombs. Going right would have taken us to the atrium.
No, turning around would have been to the... Whatever, it's fine. It's fine, let's move on. Alright, so proceed on ahead towards the catacombs.
To the catacombs, yes.
Okay, the goblin's key should open this door, Kid says, putting the key into the lock. With a click, the door unlocks. The door opens with a deep creak. I'm just imagining the harmony of Dissonance Catacombs. Where everything is a fucking bone. Everything. Damp air creeps up from below, peering into the dark, decrepit place. I wonder how I ever got talked into coming to a place like this. That is a really powerful sound effect. We find ourselves in a long hallway, flanked on both sides by rows of countless jail cells. The cold iron bars stretch on in front of us endlessly. 1, 2... Oh, Gorba. Murkit, Durander, forgive me.
Who?
A quiet, sobbing voice seems to be coming from the third cell on the right. I peer around the corner into the cell. In this dim, damp space, an old man sits in solitude, quietly mumbling to himself. Hey, mister. Everyone. And it was all because of me. Every last one of the dragoons. Miss Riddell. Even the general. Forgive me, please. Ignoring us, the old man continues to mutter, staring at the floor as he rocks back and forth. Hey, can you hear me? Kid says, shaking the bars a little.
He will not hear a thing. He has constructed a wall around himself.
Magil says. What do you mean? I ask Magil.
A wall used for shielding one's mind from reality. After being exposed to horrific events, tremendous amounts of pain and guilt has this effect on a person. He has made a safe world inside his own mind where he retreats into. From there, he refuses to acknowledge anything he does not want to admit.
Damn, if I had a nickel for every time an old person in a video game retreated mentally into their brain, I'd have 2 nickels. Can you guess what the other one is?
I don't fucking know. Could be anything.
Near. I noticed that talking about this has given Magil a sort of sad, lost look in his face. Noticing my glance, he quickly turns away from me. Strange. Magil somehow reminded me of Kid just then. When Magil turns back, his usual blank expression is returned.
Does this make sense to you, Serge?
Yeah, it does, or maybe if you give me an easier explanation.
I mean, it's easy enough to understand.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Maggle continues looking at Kid and me.
We rarely see the walls we're trapped within. However, given time, some can come to understand and possibly even break free of these shortcomings.
Damn. Spoken like someone that has a lot of regrets in life, huh? I wait for Magil to finish, but he doesn't end up saying anything. I'd ask, but oh well. The mind, revealing itself to itself. We can't help this old geezer. Let's get back to work, Kid says, already heading for the door.
Wait, kid.
Magil calls out.
Somehow or another, we may yet find a way into this man's mind.
What good will that do?
Didn't you hear what he was talking about? The Dragoons, Riddell, General Viper.
He's probably into old folklore or something, Kid says, returning to the door.
I wonder if Riddell actually is Lynx's daughter. I have a feeling his knowledge will prove to be useful. Certainly he has heard something of importance concerning our situation.
Magil says. Well, I guess we gotta help the old bloke out with his troubles over here. What do you say we do? Kid asks. Say nothing. Somehow we have to put an end to this.
And I'll probably kill him, so I'm going to say nothing.
Oh, what? Shit! Huh? Kid says, looking up. You got a problem with me? No, that's not what I meant.
He's
What?
not going to like us by the end of this.
Why the fuck? What? I was agreeing with fucking Magil. Why is she mad at us for that? Did I
He was
misunderstand?
asking if you had any ideas.
And I said we ought to put an end to this. Is she misinterpreting me?
I have no idea. Just move on. You're going to take 10 damage from this.
Narrowly avoiding the blow, I look up to see Magil start to speak again.
We must find a way to reach beyond his wall. For every locked door, there exists a key, so to speak. We will never make any progress with this man until we know what lies in his past.
What are you talking about, a key? Kid asks.
I'm just talking a lot in this room. I do not know either.
Magil answers.
However, there's at least one person in Viper Manor who does.
Riddell.
Indeed.
So now we gotta track her down.
I guess her room, maybe?
Leaving the endless rows of cells behind, we head back to the passageway. Anyway, for the catacombs, we have to split. And we go back to the atrium, and then...
Once we get to the atrium, it's basically straight until we need to make a right that is not up the stairs.
After heading down the dark, dingy passageway for a while, eventually I start to smell the pungent odor of dead fish.
Those 4 fucking piranhas.
Nah, sure they were evil, so it's fine. We turn to the atrium. Ahead we see another archway. Will take us back to the archway. And eventually it links to Riddell's quarters. Continue on.
Continue on. Yes.
Down the passageway.
Then we make a right.
This really is fucking Lynx's adopted daughter. That's an important distinction. Is someone there? I instantly hide behind the door, trying to figure out where that voice came from. It sounded like a girl, but it wasn't Kid.
Woman!
Woman detected. Kill! It's Lynx's adopted daughter. Riddell. It has to be her.
Sprite just comes into view.
Odd. I could have sworn I heard someone come in, she says. Apparently she hasn't seen us yet. What will we do? I keep myself hidden behind the door. Suddenly, Kid bolts out from behind a chair. She she silently comes up behind Riddell, putting a knife to his
Jesus
throat.
Christ, kid.
We've come for the frozen flame. Where is it? Kid yells in a low, strict voice. Kid, there's no need to be like that, I say, trying to calm her down. Quiet, Serge. Riddell giggles at the two of us. What's so funny? Kid says in a tight tone. Oh, come on. You can't be thieves. You're far too noisy.
Damn.
I wouldn't be saying such things if I was you. Well, then go ahead and cut me. At that moment, I picture in my head Riddell collapsing with a blue face smeared in blood.
Jesus Christ.
Kid, look at her. She's not going to hurt us.
Kid misogyny moments.
Damn it. Hey, to be fair, at least he's letting the intrusive thoughts loose. All right. The feeling is mutual, Riddell says.
Why did you get really loud for a second?
Me? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. I pushed... 1 sec.
You went back to normal after a moment, but you got really loud really quickly. Yeah, I can hear you. Although, 1 second, I need to mute myself real quick. I'll be right back.
Sorry about that, chat. Basically, what that was is that I accidentally pushed the wire on my microphone. And that, like, fucked up the audio levels. It got really sensitive, so that's all it was.
Alright, what happened to the woman?
Sorry, it was just, I was explaining to chat that my issues that were going on. Don't worry, we're not your enemies. We're not after your power, I say to Riddell, trying to keep cool.
What power?
We've just come to talk. If there's anything you could tell us about the Frozen Flame, or perhaps the Acacia Dragoons?
The Acacia Dragoons.
Hearing these words, a somber look comes over Riddell's face. After a moment, she begins to speak. The Frozen Flame. It was kept in a kingdom to the north for centuries, legend has it. With its subtle, mysterious power, it allegedly could guide people and change history, all while somehow remaining elusive to those who sought it. Or so I have heard. At the time of that kingdom's downfall, it was seized from its resting place. Passed from hand to hand, finally it came into the possession of my father, General Viper.
Dun dun dun.
Lynx approached my father as a friend years ago. Blindly trusting him, my father was taken advantage of by Lynx, unable to realize his true intentions. And so, on that fateful day, struck down by his alleged friend, my father was robbed and left for dead. Averting her eyes, Riddell buries her face in her hands. I didn't know Lynx was behind all this at the time he took me into custody. I was just a child. That cursed rock. I didn't know anything about it, and I don't want to. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I want nothing more than to see this all come to an end, she says with tears in her eyes. I'm taken aback hearing these words. Suddenly, Magil comes forward to speak.
Do you know of the old man who is currently locked away in the catacombs?
That traitor! Because of him, my father, my dear Zorander. Please, miss.
Please, miss.
I don't know. That could have been anyone. Turning her back on us, Riddell pauses. After a moment, she turns around, letting out a deep sigh. Yes, I know the man of whom you speak.
He is an Acacia Dragoon, is he not?
Magel asks. He was, before he spent countless days and nights locked up in the torture chamber, losing his mind as well as his identity in the process. I remember the day they removed him from that dreadful room, beaten within an inch of his life.
The torture chamber?
Yes, a terrible room upstairs where Lynx breaks down people's hearts and bodies. Riddell shivers, but quickly recomposes herself.
Perhaps we might find a clue to his past there.
Says Magil. I'd hoped it wouldn't come to this. If you must search that room, be sure you have the Einlancer with you before you do. What? Kid asks. It is a holy white sword, created long ago by ancient sages along with its demonic brother, the Masamune.
I wonder if she calls it Grand Leon in Japanese.
It was the Acacia Dragoon's most prized weapon. It once glided through the air in Zorander's hand, shimmering like a star. Now, however, the Dragoons are all but extinct, and the sword has been stored somewhere in this mansion, as though it was some sort of trivial memento. Oh no. It is much more than a common sword, though. Shielded by its magical enchantment, its bearer will be protected against many forms of evil. Thinking of those memories of days long gone, again, Riddell hangs her head in sadness. I wish I could be more of help to you. I apologize. Now that was plenty, Kid says, heading out of the room.
Would Masamune be a cursed sword, though?
That's an interesting question. But I wish I was more powerful like you people, Riddell says, biting her lip. Also, this is the first time we've gotten a close-up of her. Of any character, actually. She does look more like Toriyama design. And Marl, too.
I don't think Toriyama had anything to do with this, though.
Yeah. Stopping in the doorway, Kid looks over her shoulder. Strength didn't get us here. Power comes from believing in yourself. I see. I wish you luck. As she heads out of the room, Kid mutters, hope it ain't bad luck.
Okay, so good thing is we probably know where to find the Einlancer.
Yeah, I wonder where it could be. Anyway, we're going to his atrium. Up the stairs.
Yep.
I feel like I should save.
Probably. Try not to quit. With fast forwarding, you could probably beat through this game in like a fucking hour.
Yeah. Hold on.
Towards the terrace.
Okay, that's how you do it.
Towards the terrace.
Yep. Do you think we're close to the end? It feels like we're getting we're like
getting there. We still got a little bit to
I want
do,
to say
though.
we're at like 60%. We're past the halfway point, surely, right?
Continue on through. Then you're gonna make a right.
Yep, the old dusty door. You rush over to the sword. Looking down at it, Magil begins to speak.
This may be what we're looking for. By the looks of it, the sword could be the fabled Holy Ironlancer, or perhaps the demonic Masamune.
Yeah, I bet you'd know a lot about that, the Masamune, wouldn't you? Wow, Magil, you know about the Masamune?
Well, fucking Riddell just mentioned it to us.
Yeah, that's kind of a stupid question, but I get the idea. Did you ever know its owner? Oh.
Yes.
Was he your mate? So he was one of your enemies then?
No.
Well, hey Serge, take this thing. Huh? Come on. You don't
Shake
expect
the sword and be a badass.
a fair maiden like me to carry this bulky thing all over the place, do ya? Well, swallow my pride and pick it up.
Pick it up. Pick it up, idiot. Be a simp.
I grit my teeth and remind myself it would get me absolutely nowhere to argue with her. So I go to Kit's side and pick up the sword just as I was told to. Ooh! Jeez, it's heavy.
I wonder who Magil could be.
Yeah, it really makes you think. Okay, let's get our asses to that bloody torture chamber. I can almost smell the frozen flame from here. I follow
Torture
Kit out of the
chamber
room.
will be to the right.
Yeah, it's that ominous fucking room in the upstairs, right?
Yep.
I follow Kit out of the room, dragging the heavy sword. See, my brain is starting to remember things. It's keeping track of all of this.
We haven't had an encounter in a while.
Did you how to fucking jinx it?
Well, I kind of hope for counters because the gems you get boost your affection with Kid if they drop a gem at the end of it.
Oh. Proceed towards the
Like
stairs.
by 24.
Jesus!
I don't know if the encounters are like just happen randomly or if they are fixed or what.
We'll never understand the mysteries of radical dreamers.
It's too big brained for us. Protopros is gonna break our fucking minds.
I fully
Go
expected
inside.
to.
Go inside. Go inside.
Enter. With the power of the Iron Lancer, I'm invincible. It's a small room, one you'd find in a stone tower. It's empty, and I can't find a single window in it. What the hell kind of room is this? Although she's trying to hide it, I notice a shiver running down Kid's spine. This has to be the room Riddell was talking about. The chilly dampness of this place is giving me goosebumps. Looking around, I wonder what in the world could possibly be in this dreadful room that has the power to bring that old man back to reality. Kid proceeds to the middle of the room while I examine the walls and floor. The stone floor is filled with countless scratches, covered by splotches of some dry, dark ink.
That
Hey.
probably isn't good.
Yeah. Hey, Magic, would you come over here, please? Something is carved into the wall here. I think it's an inscription of some kind. Magil kneels down in front of the wall and examines the writing. Looking closer at it, it appears to be written in blood.
Indeed, this text has been worn down with age. Most of it is unreadable.
Here's what I can make out. Won't last much longer. See it, dragoons. Need the enchanted sword in order to proof? Without any warning, the door slams shut. We stand up, taken by surprise. A low rumbling sound starts to fill the room. What's happening? Kid shouts, looking around swiftly. Wait, what's that above us? Oh no.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a trap! You think Riddell could have told us about something like this, at least?
The sword. It's our only hope.
As the ceiling rapidly descends lower and lower, I kneel down, desperately looking for a way out. Then Kid turns to me and calls, "The sword! Use the Iron Lancer!" But how? Thrust the sword into the ceiling? Into the floor?
Floor.
Yeah, that makes sense because it's going to stop the spikes. Right? With as much power as I can muster, I lift the heavy sword and plunge it down to a crack in the center
Why
of the
was
floor.
thrusting the sword to Kid an option?
I really hate Kid. A huge jolt runs through the room. Bolts of light scatter in all four directions from the sword, running along the floor, then up the walls. Reaching the ceiling, the deadly contraption groans and then comes to a halt. Exhausted and relieved, I collapse to the floor.
We did it, Reddit.
After a minute, I catch my breath and open my eyes. Strange. Now that I take another look at the inscription we found earlier, there's a certain stone just beside it that doesn't seem to have any cement around it. We walk over to it. Kid tugs on it and find that it's loose. Removing the heavy stone, a dim glistening light can be seen from far within the hole. Kid reaches in and carefully removes the shimmering object. A beautifully decorated gold ring sits in the palm of her hand. It's adorned with a slender set of leaves, like those of a fern, decorated with 5 small rubies around it.
The Acacian coat of arms.
Magil says. Kid tries the ring on, but strangely enough, it doesn't seem to fit on any of her fingers. This ring
Probably
must
wasn't
mean
meant for a girl.
Yeah. This ring must mean something to the old man. We could use it to break through this wall, couldn't we? I excitedly ask Magil, already knowing the answer. He nods in silence. Yeah, this has
It's
to
gonna
be it.
roll his eyes.
Abandoning the Iron Lancer, now proudly standing upright like a beacon of light amidst this dismal room, we hurry out of the torture chamber, hopefully never to return again.
I really hope we have enough affection to get the good ending.
Yeah, it's all coming together now. Alright, proceed to the terrace.
You know the joke. Let's go back to the old man.
Yeah. This is nice. Oh, random encounter time.
Sudden stop. Which one is that? The dialogue helps me tell which fight it is.
Pointing down the dark hallway. A white mass. Actually sounds new. What is it? I ask, wetting my knife. And then as if reacting to my voice, it starts to quickly scurry towards us, growing taller and taller as it approaches. It's a skeleton! The skeleton appears! Quick, what will you do?
Oh my god, that's right school.
Ram it! I immediately start
Ram it.
rushing, hoping to catch it off guard.
Ram it,
Ah!
ram it.
With the hollow clatter, the skeleton comes toppling down to the ground. Ribs fly everywhere as its spine breaks in two.
Catch it.
I think you've had enough, Kid shouts, looking over the crumpled heaps of bones. Then, suddenly, as if somehow reacting to her taunt, the skeleton's remain begin to stare once again. I back away in shock as the skeleton's torso starts to prop itself with its left hand. Its right hand then grasps its dislodged skull and holds it up, staring straight at us.
Catch
the-
it.
Suddenly, the skeleton hurls its skull at me with blinding speed. What do I do? Catch!
Catch it.
I nimbly catch the skull in my hand, throw it back, smash it onto the floor. I kneel down to the ground and raise the skull high up above my head. Then with all my might, I yeet it down to the ground with blinding speed. As soon as I do this, the remains of the skeleton crumble lifelessly to the ground. Kid runs up to the pile, scattering the bones everywhere. Relieved, I crawl back a ways, staring at the shattered skull before me. Not gonna lie, that's pretty sick. Now you've had enough.
I guess the
Kid
counters
says.
are random.
I really think I'm starting to get the hang of this whole fighting thing. I'm barely hurt at all.
Yay.
Oh, she's still mad at me though. Wait a sec, what's that? I bend down and pick up a small leather sack.
Jump.
It's a potion.
Fuck.
We could save it something just in case, so we don't have to like reset if we fuck up. We try and get a random encounter or something.
Yeah, I guess. Whoops.
I still don't know if we're at like. We just have to not be below 40, but the problem is this option is below 50, so 56 rather.
So there's 16 points of ambiguity.
Yep.
All right, and we're taking the stairs downward, right?
Yep. The reason why the saves used to be fucked in earlier versions is because the Satellaview like had its own internal memory card.
Yep. Which is why it was kind of doing that. God, fuck emulating this Teleview. That shit sucks. Anyway, the archway.
I think so. Yeah.
Those are pretty gnarly visuals. Head down the left path towards the catacombs. Oh! Kid stops dead in her tracks.
Open another fight.
Yep. A barely audible voice of some kind can be heard far up ahead. Oh, yeah, it's another one of those scythe creatures. God damn. Again?
Size it up.
Its long bony fingers seem to be etching something on the floor before it. It's a demon warlock. The demon stands there with its long tongue waving in the air, beckoning us to try and attack it. Suddenly, Madrigal's finished casting a spell. Yep.
Okay, next is Russia.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did before, huh?
Well, you picked a different option first time. You attacked it first.
No, that was the second time. The first time I sized it up. I've
Well,
encountered
this is
three of
technically different from that one.
these. Oh,
That was the Leech Demon. The Leech Demon's different.
I see. The huge scythe manages to graze my cheek. Was that the fail state?
Maybe it should still die, I think.
The terrifying shriek is given off as the thing falls to the
Did
floor.
it do a red flash when you got hit?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Kid, I say remorsefully, this thing's no match for it. It's barely half as tall as we are. We gaze down at the creature. What should we do? Noticing we stopped, the demon starts to write something at the ground with its own blood. Is it trying to communicate with us? Beg for mercy,
Kill
maybe? He pelts the demon in the belly, it's hurled through the air, violently colliding with a nearby wall. Yeah. Wait, we just obliterated this poor bastard. I really think I'm starting to get the whole hang of the hang of this whole fighting thing. I barely heard it all. Oh, but damn it, Surge. It's okay. Let's check.
It doesn't increase at all from fighting, as far as I know. You just have to hope that you get the fucking gem.
There was no drop. Poop. Go in. No matter how many times I return here, I don't think I'll ever get used to this place. We return to the old man. Magil walks up to the cell and grasps the iron bars. He positions his feet and starts to pull away at the bars with an incredible intensity. After a moment, the bars start to bend like taffy. Magil enters through the newly created opening. Kid follows.
Yeah, he didn't even need magic to do that. He just opened it with his bare hands.
Dude's an absolute unit. Kneeling down before the mumbling old man. Putting her hands on the old man's shoulders, Kid tries to look into his eyes, but he continues to stare at the floor. Frustrated, she starts to shout at him, shaking him vigorously. Come on, old fella, get up! The old man's head shakes back and forth like a rag doll's. But his
Oh my
eyes...
god, a new Gandora.
What?
They added another Gandora to Yu-Gi-Oh!
I don't want to completely sidestep the stream. Just continue.
Try to stop
There's
Kid
like a whole bunch of Yugi support.
or ask Madrigal if what she's doing is right. I feel like the latter option won't piss her off. Then again, what do you think?
Just ask Maggle, I think. Let's defer to Maggle here.
All right, what does
He seems to
Madrigal
know what he's
say?
doing. Do not worry. This may also prove to be helpful.
But is it right to force him out of his wall for our own sake?
The fate of the Acacia Dragoons has been woven into our own.
And Major answers
What's
simply,
simple about that answer?
and with that, just as Madrigal says the word acacia, a glimmer shrieks into the old man's eyes. He looks up quickly, apparently waiting for something.
Retrained Stronghold? They retrained a trap card?
Ugh. Oh,
This
man.
is like straight up Yugi support.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because Yugi ran gears.
Yeah, Gandora, Silent Swordsman, Silent Magician, and the gadgets, and a Marshmallow retrain.
Seriously? Oh my fucking god.
He's got glasses now. I'm gonna post him in the general or card game hell.
Oh man. He's been hearing us talk the entire time. Quick, Kit, show him the ring. Kit takes the ring from her pocket and shows it to the man. The ring, he says in a voice so quiet it's barely audible. However, his eyes quickly return to their murky state. Finally, my allies, you have returned. Because of me, the frozen flame was seized, and I have desecrated the name of the Acacia Dragoons. I am the only one left, but you have returned. Merkid, Zerander, now that we are once again reunited, let us all head back to Stake Lake. Jeez! Listen, mister, the frozen flame, where is it? Any small hint will help. Come on. Frozen flame? The old man asks. A warm smile streaks across his face. Ah, my dear Miss Verdell, I have not seen you in quite some time. Surely you have not forgotten the secret entranceway. Yeah. You think you could tell me about that again, Gramps? Kid asks, trying to sound as ladylike as possible.
Dr. Marshmallow to you.
In the ballroom, third candlestick on the left. Kid hugs the old man, ecstatic, and so he resumes his mumbling in that distant, shuddering voice. Please forgive me for your father. I beg you, Riddell. The Dragoons. It's high time for you to bust on out of here, old man, Kid says, pointing to the bent iron bars. However, he once again refuses to look up.
Damn, this Gandora actually seems pretty alright.
It only had to be reworked 3 fucking times for the base Gandora card to be worth
the
it.
Dragon of Destruction.
Did you say Chaos?
Gios.
Gios?
Gios.
As in Code Geass? Or like
Yes.
Legios?
Gios. Come on, we've done all we can do here. He's got to walk with these bars himself. The bars that he's bent like goddamn taffy.
Thanks, old timer. Heading away from the catacombs, we eventually come to a split. I assume we're going back up the staircase. This is what I was talking about. Heading away from the catacombs, we eventually come to a split. Okay, shit,
Right, we'll
you were
take
right.
back to the atrium.
You were right. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not above admitting I was wrong. I was dumb. Anyway, we're going back to the staircase, right? Or wait, no, we're going back to the atrium.
Going to the ballroom.
Yeah, because we have to go back to the atrium, then we go upstairs, then there's the ballroom, right?
Yeah, through the archway, up the stairs, to the left, to the ballroom. So turn right.
I have to say, the villain being named Lynx is so weird because every time I say the word Lynx, I think of our Lynx. But, you know.
Oh, you're gonna be doing that a lot.
I assume he's a character in Chrono Cross as well, right?
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
Kind of different in Cross, though.
Alright, take the stairs.
I'm trying not to say too much to avoid giving away like what in here is relevant in Cross.
I'm sure it'll pop up, but, like, I assume some combination of Surge, Kid, maybe Majel.
Majel is one of those things I'm gonna probably point you towards because it was one of the things that was kind of lost in development.
Okay, I guess we'll cross that specific bridge when we get to it. But I assume at the
figure
very
out
least
what
Surge and
Cross when
Kid
it
are
comes
going to
up.
be in Cross, right?
Yeah.
Because they seem like the core of it. Majel just seems to be like, hey, here's the direct connection to Chrono Trigger.
Anyway, well, we're getting really close to the end.
Yeah, this is a pretty good, solid pace. And I hope you don't mind if, like, maybe like an extra, maybe at worst an extra hour.
Yeah, because there are going to be alternate endings that we can go through.
Blech.
But you have to get the good ending first before you can get the alternate endings, I believe.
Oh, that's weird. Third candle on the left, if I remember correctly. Countless number of candles spectacularly illuminate this huge room. An old-fashioned grandfather clock stands on the right, ticking away with a morbid stillness. I step into the center of the hall, looking upwards at the oil canvases shimmering in the low light. Okay, third one on the left, Kid says quietly. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. As Kid slowly pushes against the candlestick, it starts to move slowly. What's going on? I stammer, trying to brace myself.
This entire room is slowly sinking into the ground.
Rachel says, this really is a fucking creature of chaos. The ballroom is sinking? All of it? Suddenly, the room starts to fall much faster. Chills run down my spine as I look around, seeing the painting smacking against the walls and the candles dropping to the floor. As I start to get used to the sinking sensation, my heart fills with a violent mixture of anxiety, expectation, and hope. What awaits us at the bottom? Fucking Danganronpa. The frozen flame. Could it really be down here? Is this our adventure's end? What if we actually take it into our hands? Kid. Megal. I wonder what they're doing right now. What they're feeling right now. As the room continues to sink underground like an elevator to hell, I start to hear Kid speak in a soft, meek voice. Sometimes I do struggle to win, even when I know I've already lost.
Is basically Kid's theme in this game. It's called The Girl Who Stole the Stars.
Just like that lady said. Why do I do that? Looking over at her, I realize this isn't the Kid I usually see. There, a faint, shy smile can be seen across her face. Suddenly, I feel something so powerful go through me, it feels like a wave of fire surging through my heart. Why bring us here, Kid? Is it fate? Or, don't worry, we can't lose. There's no doubt.
Fate seems pretty important.
Alright. Fate? Life? I don't know. I don't even know anymore. But with Lynx, nothing's set in stone. But sometimes it feels like there's something inside me guiding me. No matter what I do, it won't matter because I know it'll be showing me what to do next. Bah, what am I saying? Crazy talk. Kid says, smiling faintly. I don't know what to feel hearing this. Kids always put on a strong face no matter what. But right now, I can't help but feel the weight of the situation bearing down on us. If you take these matters with a grain of salt like Kid seems to, it's easy to live a day-to-day life like she does. As I look in her face, that strange expression of hers relieves me. I'm sorry. All this talk, It ain't me, Kid says, scrunching her nose. Instantly returning to her serious gaze, she says, "But thanks, Serge, Majel. Thanks for coming here. Because of this, maybe down the road, I'll have another chance." Huh? Nothing. Forget it, Kid says as she closes her eyes, smiling. As usual, she sends me to deep thought. While only barely visible, Majel stands silently amidst the shadows, effortlessly balanced with closed eyes. As I look around at my companions, I wonder what awaits us. We share a calm silence in our hearts as we continue to descend far below ground. Suddenly, a metallic grinding sound can be heard from all around us. The room comes to a stop, swaying a bit. "Guess this is our stop," Kid says with a hollow laugh. I stand motionless, staring at Kid and Majel in the dim, flickering luminescence. Suddenly, the organ comes to life. Looking back towards the monstrous thing, no one is even near it. Nevertheless, it continues to play its strange, twisted tune, the keys and pedals moving wildly on their
It is a
own.
monster.
Sounds like a funeral march. Just kidding. Bad joke, Kid. Alright, let's do this, Kid says, taking a deep breath as she heads for the door. I glance at Majel, nodding my head as we follow her out. It's a funeral march, all right. Lynx's, that is. Oh, Serge, you're so lame. We start down the long, dark path in front of us. The air down here carries a thick stench of death. Somewhere, further down the passageway, Lynx's subterranean hideout awaits. Kid's got a strange look on her face. I can't imagine what must be going through her head right now. Majel, on the other hand, I can never read him. But still, we usually talk a little, lightening things up. But right now, nobody's making a sound. I try to offer some conversation, hoping to avoid the increasing tension. So, what really is this frozen flame thing? Why are we after the frozen flame?
I think we'd rather ask what it is.
This almost feels like one of those choices in Genshin Impact where it's like it's not really a choice at all. It's just continuing the sentence. No response. Just as I think no one is going to answer, Majel starts to speak, his low voice echoing throughout the stone corridor.
It was said to be a gem which soothes all scars, granting eternal life to its owner. Or so people believed. The frozen flame is more than just an object. It's not of this world.
I don't like the sound of that. I'm really not liking the sound of
Descended
this.
from the heavens long ago, part of a huge meteorite. Once there lived a people who sought to harness its power, hoping to tap into their unknown potential, and so it became a treasure of great importance and dreams. However, whether a gift which bestows power is actually a blessing or a curse is another question altogether.
Yeah, I bet he'd know all about that, huh?
Since the birth of humanity, at least one entire race has fallen because of it. These people once built a great, thriving metropolis with its power. But now, all knowledge of this era has been completely lost within the sands of time.
You know, Fig, this is starting to sound a little familiar. A faint feeling of distress comes across Magel's voice throughout his speech. But then, how do you know about all this? I ask. Again, no answer. Keeping silent, I continue walking. Our footsteps once again become the only sound filling this dark path.
I think you're starting to put together what the frozen flame is.
It's fucking
They're,
Lavos, isn't it?
It's not Lavos specifically.
It's a piece of him?
There you go.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, whether any of that's true or not, it'll all lead us to the same place. Say your prayers, Lynx. We're coming for you. That's all I know, and that's plenty. The frozen flame. What in the world could Lynx see in that mysterious rock? Flooded with thoughts, I pause for a moment to take a deep breath and calm myself. Yeah, I got a real bad feeling about that. The implications of that are really fucking bad. Continuing on a moment later, I feel as though I'm a bit more at peace. Suddenly, Majel comes to a stop.
Do not move.
Huh? Kid and I look around suspiciously. Around us, bones are scattered in all directions. Many of them have been cut cleanly in half. Looking around more, amidst the dim light, I start to see that the walls have been spattered with blood. Then, suddenly, a trace of light catches my eye from behind. There's a bolt of electricity approaching us, sparkling like a lit fuse on the ground. Coming within a few feet of us, the spark splits off into two, forming a circle around us. Once the circle is complete, an odd glow starts to shine at our feet. Then, from where the sparks had traced, light shoots upwards, forming a wall of light all around us.
We're trapped with no way out.
I assume this is Majel.
It's a devil circle.
We try to move, but we find ourselves caught within the rays of light. Hey, this almost looks like a 3D scene. With the scalding, noisy winds whirling all around us, all I see are rays of shimmering light in every direction I look. What do I do? I can't see anything in all this light. Majel grabs me by the shoulder and returns me to the center of the circle. Thankfully, he seems to be able to see just fine. His mask is probably shielding his eyes from the radiance.
There is always a way out of a devil circle. You must find the gaps to walk through.
If you say so. Suddenly, Kid's elbow grazes one of the walls. Sparks scatter in all directions. She instantly snaps her arms back, wincing in pain. Unable to see any gaps whatsoever, I hesitantly start to make my way towards the blinding wall of light. Fuck!
I know what it is. I know what it is. Got the image. 1 second.
It's 3 to the right, right?
Let me check. I can't open my documents. There we go.
The first one is 3 to the right, then it's 2 steps to the left, and then 3 steps to the right. Then 2 steps to the right, rather, right?
Yes. Right 3 steps.
Right 3, left 3.
No. Left
No?
2.
Left 2,
Right
and then
3. Left 2. Then right 2.
Okay. Come on, to the right a little. There! Come on now! From where we stand, a small gap in the wall can be seen all of a sudden. Holding my breath, I leap into it with my arms shielding my face. Alright, we made it through. However, I open my eyes only to see even more of these glimmering walls swirling before us. Unable to see any gaps whatsoever, I hesitantly start to make my way towards the blinding wall of light. 2 steps to the left, right?
Yes.
We gotta go to the left a little. There! Come on now! From where we stand, a small gap in the wall can be seen all of a sudden. Holding my breath, I leap into it with my arm shielding my face. Alright, we made it through.
Then right 2.
I open my eyes only to see even more of these glimmering walls swirling before us. Unable to see any gaps whatsoever, I hesitantly start to make my way towards the blinding wall of light. 2 to the right. To the right, slowly. There. From where we
Okay,
stand.
I think from here out, your decisions basically don't matter.
Shit. So we'd better pray that our relations are good.
Yep.
I scurry away from the blood-curdling thing as fast as I can. Looking back, I can see it vanish in a puff of smoke just as quickly as it arrived. The wind instantly dies down as well, and all the dust and grime that was blowing around falls back to the floor in a flash. Everything is returned to a quiet stillness. Too quiet. And so, heading down the hallway further and further, eventually... At last. Kid steps toward the mighty... Oh, we're at the end. The mighty set of doors, letting out a sigh of relief. Beyond this door, the frozen flame. Oh shit, that was Mazel's line. Sorry, yeah, I'll let you say
Oops. Beyond this door, the frozen flame.
it. From behind his mask, Mazel's eyes let loose a cool radiance. Okay, let's go, Kid says eagerly, grasping the handle. Whoa. Yeah, that looks fucking ominous. This cavern sprawls out to great lengths before our eyes, a forgotten world hidden deep below ground. And with a scarlet radiance, a single small gem shimmers in the darkness. The frozen flame. Finally, we're here. The jewel shimmers warmly, almost as if it's responding to Kid's voice. Taking a few steps into the moist cavern, Majel whispers,
Remarkable, intact ruins of the lost magical kingdom.
So is this what I think it is?
These are ruins of Zeal.
Holy shit! Just as I start to ask Majel what he means, a taunting laugh can be heard from high above us. Do you want to be Lynx or should I?
That could be Lynx.
Lynx! Kid immediately pulls out her knife and hurls it through the air with all her might.
Look at him standing up there.
As it approaches Lynx, he easily swats it out of the way, almost too quickly for me to see.
Always the same. Such a savage little girl. Can't you give a gentleman an honest greeting?
You bastard! Kid interrupts.
And what have we here? The notorious Shadow Walker. I wouldn't be trying anything like last time if I were you.
Beside me, I see Majel come to a stop. Oh, Jesus! Lord Lynx. Viper Manor's deadly owner. The very same man who murdered Kid's sister? Deceived Riddel's father and eradicated the Acacia's dragoons.
Welcome back, kid. I see you have successfully taken the bait, gluttonous as ever.
What? Kid says hesitantly, taking a step back. Lynx stares down at her with those frighteningly piercing eyes of his.
You see, kid, I brought you here because of the rock you carry.
Which rock?
Surely you remember, the one you received from your sister all those years ago. The priceless keepsake you carry with you dearly, even now. The Chrono Trigger. You lean forward.
He said it! He said it! How'd you know about that? Wait. Her older sister, that's... I was thinking, like, literally just about her same age, but I assume this is the person that was talking about... that they were talking about that took care of her, right?
Yes.
Why would she have the Chrono Trigger?
Good question.
How'd you know about that? Kid's gaze returns to a scowl. No matter. We're here for the frozen flame. You're finished yet, bastard!
Ah, yes, toss your little threats around. But remember, no matter how many times you think you have won, I have generously demonstrated how gravely you are mistaken.
And with that, Lynx unsheaths a beautiful golden saber.
Previously, I've overlooked doing away with you, letting you scurry on with your pathetic little life. However, this time I may not be so generous.
Kid takes another step back, glaring at Lynx as he approaches. Lynx, you murderer! I'll never forgive you for Luca. This ends here and now. But that's Luca, right?
Yep.
What? Wait. Is Kid the little baby we saw at the end of the fucking cutscene?
Maybe.
Ah! And so Kid leaps into the air in a fit of rage, aiming a kick between Lynx's eyes. However, just as she reaches him, he swiftly dodges. Kid stands there, wondering how she could have missed. Beside her, Lynx laughs, taunting her. Jumping up once again, Kid lets loose a fierce kick. Skimming the tip of his nose, her kick cuts through nothing but air. In a parry attack, Lynx sends his razor-sharp golden saber through the air. But Kid's already left back. The two face each other only a few feet apart.
Only you'd been a bit faster, kid.
Lynx says, smiling. All of a sudden, a line of red streaks across Kid's face. Kid? Wiping off the blood, Kid angrily rushes Lynx in a flash through the air. Effortlessly dodging, Lynx drives the sword into her back as soon as she lands. Kid bends back in alarming pain. Somehow staying on her feet, she stumbles back and readies herself to charge again.
Stupid little brat.
Lynx lands an elbow onto Kid's shoulder, knocking her clear down onto the ground. I feel her pain from the pit of my stomach. I start to see blood trickling from her lips.
What's wrong, little girl?
Once again, Kid tries to lash out at Lynx, but he easily kicks her, sending her back onto a pile of rubble. Lynx then looks upward, focusing his concentration on the ceiling. As I look up, I see a number of rocks have come dislodged from the cavern, tumbling down onto her. Kid! I call out as I start to rush over to her. However, just as soon as I start to, I see Magel's already there. He streaked across the shadows, putting himself between Lynx and Kid. Saying nothing, Lynx shoots a thread of white light out of his fingertips. The thread-like substance entangles Magel, binding his feet together. He hits the ground with a thud. In a dazzling radiance, a countless number of threads fly out from Lynx's fingertips. They immobilize Magel completely, leaving only his head visible.
How does that feel, Shadow Walker? Have you felt my web start to drain your life energy yet?
Lynx says, smiling ominously. Kid, Magel, what am I gonna do? Stand up to Lynx, try to free Magel, or help Kid?
Help kid, I guess?
Dumbfounded, I completely blew my opportunity! Fuck!
Oh.
Finish with Magel, Lynx again turns his attention to Kid.
Yeah, that was bad. You shouldn't have done that.
Rewind is disabled! No! Should I go back?
Yeah.
Fuck!
Fast forward to the dialogue, I guess. When was the last time we saved?
I think it was just before the,
Wait, keep going through the dialogue here real quick.
Oh, shit, damn it!
Oh,
What? Should I just mash through it, or what?
keep going. Let's see what happens first. If we get a game over, we get a game over.
Stand up the link, try to go to Kid's side.
Anything. Just pick
Kid.
a button. Pick a button.
6 over towards me, with blood trickling from her mouth. She only moves a little. Kid, are you alright? She lies there motionless, wincing painfully. Surge. It's okay, kid. I'm here for you. How kind. Wait, no. Lynx.
However, I think you should be more concerned with your own well-being, young man.
An icy chill runs down my spine as I hear the evil voice behind me. I stand up and turn around.
Fu Manchu, motherfucker. So you, whoever you are, opposing me is quite useless, as you have obviously seen.
And in a flash, Lynx grabs me by the neck. He strangles me with his long, disgusting fingers. Ugh! Then he starts to lift me up by my neck. Struggling for air, I painfully hang there, unable to tear myself free of his powerful grip.
Look, kid. Look at your pathetic little companion suffering. You can make this all stop if you want.
With blood dripping from her lips, Kid opens one of her eyes. Painfully gasping and coughing, she lifts her head up to us. She still wants to get up, but she's hurt far too badly. Surge!
Hand over the Chrono Trigger, kid. Little do you know, but that rock is actually a tiny condensed universe. When combined with the frozen flame, it gains the power to bend space-time, allowing its owner to reshape history. This all could have never happened if you merely wish it.
That's not good. Saying this, Lynx looks towards me, expressionless.
And what about you, young man? Perhaps you know where the Chrono Trigger is.
He asks, tightening his grip. Surge!
What are you going to do, kid? Can you afford to let this little boy die without helping? How would it feel to have his blood on your hands?
As Lynx grasps tighter and tighter, I find myself starting to lose it. Lynx's face becomes a blur. Suddenly, Kid's voice snaps me back to attention. I'm sorry, Surge. What should I do? Don't give it to him. Don't give it to him!
Don't give it to him. Don't give it to him.
Don't do it! My consciousness is fading. Stop! The stone! Here! Lynx looks over to Kid. His eyes light up as his hands loosen around my neck. Abandoning me, Lynx rushes over to her side. Here it is, Lynx. Kid reaches into her pocket. Lynx draws closer. Despite being drained of nearly all my strength, Kid manages to whip her knife out, fiercely slashing at Lynx. Screaming viciously, Lynx falls back, cradling his mangled face. Blood starts to trickle down from between his fingers.
You.
Lynx staggers to his feet, keeping his right hand on the wound.
We'll have such fun killing you all.
With as much power as she can muster, Kid kicks at Lynx, sweeping him off his feet. Ha! Spitting blood, Kid coughs a little, but still, a smile manages to come through her agony. Kid. I run over towards her, still feeling the burning grip on my neck. Lynx turns to Kid, staring at her with his cold, evil gaze.
Child, you shall beg for death soon enough. Every flavor of pain shall be yours. Prepare to join Luca.
Ah, wow. Right off the bat, Chrono Trigger has a sad ending. Hearing this, Kid's eyes slowly open and catch sight of Lynx. A red-hot gaze burns in her eyes. Slowly, she rises to her feet. A shimmering light suddenly spurts out of the frozen flame. At the same time, a golden light bursts out of Kid's chest. Swirling around her, the light rises up, spreading outward in a glistening spiral.
What is this?
Lynx gasps. Kid's voice calls out from deep within the shower of light. You will not win, Lynx. She trembles, her eyes flowing with red tears. And then a single voice can be heard. It's a deep, profound voice, the voice of undeniable honesty and truth. Long ago, in a far-off kingdom, lived a girl. Because of her power, the kingdom had come to an end, crumbling under its own weight. Many became engulfed in the temporal vortex that was created, never to be heard from again. But not the girl. She lived on, enduring a much sadder fate. Running from her past and fearing her future, she wanted nothing more than to be swallowed up in the surging waves of the vortex of time. Hating what she'd done, refusing what she'd said or heard, to simply continue living was her curse. But the stone, it had other plans for her. Turning back the hands of her clock, scattering her memories, she was granted another chance. Since the precious stone was in her possession, she carried with her all its will and power. And so, she was born into this era, returning to reality as a mere infant.
Trying to figure out who this girl is,
That's Kid,
but her backstory.
but that also kind of implies that she's... Does that mean she's Shala? That was the closest name I could, interpret off of that. Does...
Anyway,
Whatever. And with that, the fragments of the shattered chrono trigger fall to the ground softly. The cavern before us slowly starts to come apart, bending inward and outwards like a tear in reality, until we are completely removed from its existence. A single girl's voice resounds in the darkness. Please. This dark energy. Make it stop. What? Losing all sense of reality and presence, I become engulfed in this realm,
dinosaur.
drifting aimlessly through the ages. The world flows, time dissolves, and people live and die. I can see it all within this mysterious ocean. The origin of time. Every one of life's tranquilities is here. I can see myself as a baby, crying at my mother's side where she gives a warm, proud grin. I could see myself as an old man, softly smiling, knowing that death will come soon. Infinite versions of myself extend like ghosts throughout this endless corridor of time. Everywhere I look, I see another life, another era. In this unfolded existence, I see countless lives and countless dreams. Resting in eternity. A kind voice calls out to me. A single song. Kid! Kid! Can you hear my voice? Kid? Answer me, kid. Please. Who's calling my name? Surge? Where is this? Kid? You're here! That song. That beautiful song. It was Luca's favorite. Kid softly smiles, closing her eyes. I can see she can't help but shed a few tears for this long-lost reminiscence. This song is actually something I composed in my earlier years, back when I was a musician. Kid seems to be very fond of it. You called out to me, Surge. You called my name. Thank you. You won't leave me, will you? I'm here for you, kid. It all makes so much sense now. I know who I am, Surge. I know what I'm here for. Let's go back now, okay? I'm ready. Ugh! Lynx has pinned Kid to the ground.
Act quickly, motherfucker. And now you see your death.
What do I do? Square off! Protect Kid! Lynx will have to get through me if he wants to get Kid. Oh shit.
Oh, well, I get to put both of you out of your misery at once.
Lynx raises his saber overhead, ready to plunge it into us. Oh?
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
Bro, if Magus' theme starts playing, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
Even if it is Magus, I took a fucking good guess there. You?
Oh! Never mind. There, under a large hood, stands the old woman from before.
So, Vera, looks like Poor could keep their hands out of this after all.
Says Lynx flatly.
Poor was a town in Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, it was the second town, right?
Yeah.
Good to see you again, Master Lynx. Seems you've seen better days. The old lady, she's from Pore? The frozen flame. We will take custody of it now. It seems none of you can decide on who the rightful owner should be. The old lady gives a small signal, and dozens of armed troops rush out from behind her, securing the cavern.
I will not forget this, Vera.
Lynx shouts, floating up into the air. Brimming with hatred, Lynx's glance turns to us.
And you will see death by my hand.
Saying this, Lynx vanishes into thin air. The soldiers untie Majel and start heading towards us. The old woman gazes down on us from under her hood. I believe you all ought to come with us. Looking up, I notice the armed soldiers have swarmed around us with their weapons ready. Seeing this, Majel instantly waves his hand in the air, calling out some kind of incantation.
Darkness envelop under my command.
Suddenly, all light in the cavern is put out. It's now or never. Quickly, Surge! Oh, wait, that's you. I grab onto Majel, who's holding Kid. Together we flee the cavern, vanishing into the darkness. Led by Majel, we make our way out of the mansion. Back in the forest, we see the search party's torches here and there hunting for us. Their militant barking can be heard as they continue to get closer and closer to us. We stop behind a tree for a moment or two, catching our breath. I look down to Kid, who's taking quite a beating. Are you okay? Yeah, mate. Fine.
We're completely surrounded. We must be on our way.
Looking around, I suddenly see torches all around us starting to close in. Kid suddenly lifts her head up. Go, Serge. Save yourself. The troopers only after Majel and me. If they find you alone, they'll let you go. But what are you talking about? I can't leave you now. Not like this. I told you I'll be fine, mate. But... Don't worry. I remember now, Serge. Who I used to be long ago, she says, staring up into the night sky, seeing the reflection of 100,000 stars in her eyes. I can't help but be taken in by that lonely one-in-a-million expression of hers. Kid. Don't worry. I'm okay. I'll see you again, she says with a smile. Someday, I know I'll see you again. Without a doubt. She softly closes her eyes. Lucas' chrono trigger was lost. We couldn't even get our hand on the frozen flame, but it's okay. It's all okay, because tonight, in my heart, a shining new treasure was born, Serge. The single most valuable, unstealable treasure in the entire world. Saying this, Kid stares at me firmly with those eyes of hers. Those bold, straight, honest eyes. Knowing who I am, it's bigger than all this. Bigger than Lynx. Bigger than the frozen flame. And nothing can take that away. Not as long as I'm alive. At this moment, listening to her under the starry night sky, I find myself wanting nothing more than to be here with her right now. Staring into her eyes, I only wish time could stop right at this instant. Goodbye, Serge. Thank you. And with that, Kid turns her back to me and disappears into the darkness. Kid! Don't follow me. Please, don't follow me. Unable to control my feelings, I start to rush after her. However, a shadow abruptly blocks my path. It's Majel. He slowly shakes his head, a sorrowful look in his eyes. With that, his shadowy figure draws back, dissolving into the darkness. Majel? Kid! Kid! Kid. I take it we got the bad ending.
This is actually the good ending.
Holy shit, that is fucking bittersweet as hell.
The bad ending is when Lynx has you in the neck choke.
Oh!
If Kid does not give up the chrono trigger, that is the bad ending.
That was a fucking close one then.
It basically
And
ends
so-
right then and there. It rolls the credits.
Shit, I missed that entire thing. In another place and another time, a similar band of adventurers had come forth, equally unsuspecting of their other selves, and life went on as they strode out into the great unknown. Other selves? But that's a story for another day. For now, I shall put down my pen. As I softly
Yeah, this
close
is the good ending.
my grandfather's diary, I hear my mother's voice call to me from downstairs. Didn't you hear me? Your friend is here. I turn around, already knowing who it is. My door opens quite energetically when I see a strangely nostalgic young girl barge in. Serge, We found some ruins of an old mansion up in North Kitsune Forest today. Come on, let's go exploring. What?
And history repeats.
I have so many questions.
Well, good thing there's a lot more endings.
God, I look stupid with that stupid fucking hat.
So in the bad ending credits, Surge is not standing there.
Because I assume Surge is dead?
I assume Lynx kills him, yes.
Damn, what a fucking story, Mark.
What did you think, though?
It's great. I have so many fucking questions. But also, that makes me sad about what the implications of this story entails for fucking Chrono Trigger.
Although, yeah, you're right. It is Shala.
Yeah, I mean, like, who else could it have been? The way that description is very unambiguous.
Think of it this way: Magus gets a good ending.
Yeah, he's literally reunited with his sister. That's great.
Chrono Cross is gonna mind fuck you even harder, I swear.
I don't think I'm ready.
You might need time to process Radical Dreamers. Especially because, again, we got alternate endings to do. And these completely change how the story plays out.
Wait, how do we do the alternate endings then?
Once we've gotten the good ending like this, when we start again, we'll get new decisions we can make early in the game, which will basically completely change the story.
No fucking kidding. How long do you think that'll take?
Probably shorter. I can't totally guarantee you. I'm looking at a long play for the game with all endings, and it's like 9 hours.
Okay, so we'll
The
revisit
initial run
that.
is about 3.5. The initial run is actually about as long as we got here.
Yeah, we were at average pace.
I'm going to make a save state or something.
Yeah, I don't trust internal saves as nearly as much as I can fucking... as a save state.
I think let me find something here. I don't think the endings take too long to get because you don't have to like play through the whole game.
Huh.
But it will probably involve a lot more reading. So we're already
7
almost at 4 hours.
endings!
Oh yeah, and the second ending has 3 variations, and the 7th ending has 2.
I forgot this is a sequel to Chrono Trigger.
The 7th ending is easy though, because what determines that ending is just what your affection rating with Kid is at.
Shit. Okay.
This song is really good.
It is. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the total results screen for Devil May Cry 1.
I think part of it is reused in Cross for one of the world map themes, because that's what it reminds me of.
Don't mind me, I reduced I got a full screen so I could do the thing.
We're looking at through a crack in the wall.
You know what is funny? This reminds me specifically of what happened to Lords of Shadow. For whatever reason, whenever I would stream Lords of Shadow 2, it would look exactly like that.
So it's almost 10 p.m. and we've been here for about 4 hours. Do you want to call it a night? And we'll try and get these other endings some other time?
Yeah, that sounds good. Honestly, I was fully expecting it to take about 4 hours, so, that's good. Alright, well, thanks, everyone. I'm going the fuck to bed. Actually, I'm not all that tired because I slept the full fucking 12 hours last night. Oh, man. But great having you along, Fig.
Thank you.
Are you able to
Fun.
do
I
this?
actually really like that too. That was an interesting look into Cross's plot.
Yeah, this is your first experience with it?
Yes.
But you played Cross, right?
Yes. Although my memories on Cross are very fuzzy, so like I might do a playthrough of my own before you do yours just to refresh myself on a lot of stuff.
But I assume some of the stuff you heard here probably got some of the gears in your head turning, right?
Yes, very much so.
All right, well, I can't wait for the alternate endings and for Chrono Cross to mindfuck me. Are you available for this to... Not tomorrow, right? Not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow,
Saturday?
no, because that's Risk of Rain. Maybe Saturday. I can't guarantee it.
Yeah. Because Saturday evening, I'm doing Genshin with Ruby. And
Yeah,
then,
that's fine.
Yeah.
I should be a good Sunday though.
Yeah, that works. All right. Yeah, I guess that's it. Later,
All right.
fellas. I'm just going to call it
Later.
Buenas noches.